Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to another stream. Pirate Lord, great to see you. Martha Fart, Secleton, and Ragnarsson, great to see you all. We're going to be working on some more Faerchester today, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. And there has been a lot of progress between the last time I had streamed and now, so prepare for the reveal. And bam! There we go. We now have a barbican. And the whole causeway is actually pretty much finished. I still need to add in maybe a couple other miscellaneous details, like some moss and some maybe changing up some of the bases with some mossy logs. So we'll see what happens there. But just some general atmosphere there. But as far as the actual masonry and construction is concerned, the barbican is completely done. Even like all the details of the barbican are done. I am completely satisfied with how this is looking here. But as you can see, you come up and you got the Dukonian banner and shield there on the front. Great to see you all. And hey, Quotus, how you doing? Quotus was actually a huge help in the construction of this. He was giving me lots of ideas as to what I could do to make it even better and everything. So big shout out to him for helping me with this. But man, super happy with how this turned out. We got a drawbridge and portcullis mechanism, a garderobe for the guards to take a crap, some windows and things, and everything is very like these arrow slits are. Oh crap! Shouldn't have done that. These arrow slits are very purposeful and very functional, should I say? Let me go put that back on there really quick. There we go. A burning wheel. Happy New Year, Gavin. How are you? And Dangoon, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But and Yannick, how you doing? But as you can see, I am working now on the actual shell of Faerchester itself. So I am going to attempt to get the heights and everything out of the way in this stream. Maybe a little bit of detail, but the main point of this stream today is to get the heights all figured out, and then we'll go from there as we continue. The stream just started and already you break things. What can I say? Oh man, looks hella imposing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's going to make this look a lot more imposing is when you have the variation in the heights, like the gatehouse, these little side towers, and of course the ranged towers on all four corners, the four big round towers. There'll probably be a good story to 2 stories above the rest. Because right now what I'm at, right there, this height is the height of the normal part of the castle. So like the inside, the range towers and everything, that's going to be what the height of the castle is going to be. And then all of the rest, like the towers, should I say, all the towers are going to be a little bit higher. Same thing with the gatehouse, which is technically a tower. So enough said there. It's gonna be kind of like a canyon in the courtyard here, and if you guys are wondering, it's not all going to be grass. I will be changing a lot of it to mud. Also, the courtyard will be brought up 1 more block. The grass is just a layer, a bottom layer, so that if I place gravel it doesn't fall through. But overall I have a lot of design in having put this all together, so I'm just hoping that it turns out as well I imagine. I can blame survival. It is a passion, Lavi. It's not for everyone. Not for everyone. I mean, it's a fun experience. It's very rewarding. I can definitely, I mean, I used to say the same thing, Lavi. I used to be exactly like, what do you call this, elitist. Not an elitist, but a lazy, I don't know, not a lazy either. A creative builder, like just all creative building. But there's just something about survival building that is very rewarding and fun to do. And I mean, you can't really understand unless if you try it. And again, you know, it's not for everybody. So even if you do try it, you still may not like it. Think of the interior work you'll need to do. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And the reason why I did it so large is so that I could fit some reasonable interiors in this. You know, I could have shrunk it to literally half the size of what it is now, but it would not have been as impressive. Like the interior is going to be quite the duty for sure. But we'll be getting there here soon. I need to go grab me some more oak logs too to fill in all the floors. I'm gonna just use oak half slabs for now as a filler block. All floors will be too thick so that there can be detail in the floor underneath, like in the ceilings and the floors, so that you can have some unique patterns and everything. That's my plan, at least. I have never played survival with a group of people. That might make a difference, but a solo survival is just boring to me. Yeah, man, I understand. I can definitely see how it would be boring for you. I mean, technically, well, no, not even technically. I mean, I have been building this with my fellow Dukonians, and that's what a big part of me enjoying this is having people on the server that are you know, that are here. And like even right now there's 5 people on, including myself. So I mean, people cycle through here quite a bit, and it's nice to be on with other people. But yeah, single player survival definitely would not be the same thing. Plus I get to share it with you guys, so it's another neat dynamic. How many floors will there be? Right now I'm planning on the vaults, ground floor, and then a mid floor, and then the attic space between there and the roof. So, and then the towers will be taller, probably 1 to 2 stories taller for the towers. But I mean, overall, probably, yeah, 2 stories plus the vaults underneath. It's just going to be very large rooms, tall rooms. So that way I can fit grander things in and such. First time I've caught you in so long. Mad Dog, well, it's great to see you, and welcome to the stream. Survival is meant to play with other people regardless if it's Conquest or not, yes. And Zach, how you doing? Great to see you. What time is it at your place? Right now it is 3 p.m. Yes, 3:11. Yeah, I haven't turned the new year quite yet. I got 1 more day off. I got today and tomorrow, and then it's time to get back to work. It's been a great break, though. Really great break. Mr. 2, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? I'm just here building some walls, you know? Gotta get some walls in. Gotta get this sorted out. But, yeah, I'm just hoping that, I mean, see, the problem is going to be depth. We'll get that all sorted out for sure, but we still got to go another 4 layers higher than what we are currently. I've already used 2.5 double chests of brick so far, but I still have another 6 double chests of brick that I can use. And Rake Crazy Bear, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Yeah, and I know that. And also this is a more regal castle. I mean, it's a fortress more or less, but still it's going to be a very defensible fortress. I gotta make sure that the vaults are full of food. Like, my idea of this castle is I want to really represent that they are ready for an attack. So I just want to fill chests full of grain and such. I mean, that would be great if I did, but I'm actually even considering forgetting my obsidian idea, because this is going to take me, if I do end up doing this, it's going to take me at least 2.5 to 3 double chests of obsidian to completely layer these walls. And it took me about an hour and a half just for 1 chest of obsidian. So I'll have to measure the worth if I really want to do that. I'm being put on night shift at my workshop. Oh boy. Night shift is never fun. Sorry to hear that. I mean, maybe you might like that. I mean, some people do like night shift. I just know I'm not big on the whole night shift thing. I have a depth issue with my institutes as well. Yeah, we'll get some depth in here for sure. The main reason why I'm sure of that is because of we got 2 thick walls around the whole thing. So, It really will help with that. Plus, I can add in lots of things on the outside, like little buttresses and things. But, I mean, just like we did with the Barbican, I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to utilize textures and certain blocks and ways to, what do you call it? Like fake depth, more or less. This is not a mod that I'm using right now, Yanni. This is Vanilla Conquest. And Conquest Reforged is free. There is absolutely no cost for it. Long break, but now we put back a night shift. Yeah, that's the worst. But yeah, gotta get back to work, but it was a good break for sure. But this right here that we're coming up to now, this here is the chapel. I'm gonna have to really figure out how I'm gonna do this. That's gonna be fun. And then we're probably going to be filling up the inside. I'm going to be doing all the interior walls with dirt as the placement block, as the filler block, should I say. Is this the right height? Yes, that is the right height. All right, we'll do that all the way around. The reason why is I want all of this to be one block above the Barbican, or 2 blocks above the Barbican. So that way the whole castle has a range of fire. Yeah, height, whatever. So I'll show you guys that soon. I'm really looking forward to walking in the courtyard and seeing the immensity of this castle from inside. It's gonna be great. Like, you can already tell, but still, like, you won't be able to fully experience the height until we're actually down there on the ground. Hey, Captain Jack, how you doing? Heard of Ligma? I don't know what that is. Phone didn't even notify me that you were live. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Pride, but you're here now. Great to see you. We've only been live for 16 minutes so far, so you definitely haven't missed much. I've been doing a lot of off-camera building, so that's why there's a lot of progress since the last stream. I'll give you guys a little progress update here soon. Just keep following this. I'm almost done this layer. I just got to follow all the way around to there. And then we are done with the height of the main castle. And then I start working on the towers. So that ought to be fun. Bonjour, Mythic Virus. How are you doing? All right, 45 minutes till New Year. See you guys next year. All right, there, Steckleton. Have a great time. And I will hopefully see you on some upcoming streams. And also on the server. Hope to see you soon. Ever streaming a Conquest Reforged these days, or just vanilla? Just vanilla for now, Darth Enigma. I've been more inspired for this of recent. Also, I feel like vanilla Conquest definitely needs to see the spotlight. And, I mean, I've done plenty of Conquest Reforged in my time. And I'll be doing plenty of Conquest Reforged in the future as well. It's just right now I'm inspired for vanilla, and I'm sure you can understand that. It's just wherever the inspiration leads you, that's where you're going to go. That's just how things roll. Yo, Jimbo the Hut, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Makes the calendar, but next week I'm visiting Frankfurt. Nice. It's odd. My phone set me a notification like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I mean, it's just where inspiration leads. And trust me, I am a creative builder. I've done it for years and years and years. And I can definitely understand all of your, for those of you that are purely creative, like you look at vanilla and you look at, you know, what I'm doing now, and you're like, what the heck, Dukonia? What are you doing? But no, but seriously, it's just one of those things that you just gotta, you know, feel it. And I'm feeling it right now, so it's just one of those things. Doing good, trying to relax from busy holiday. Yeah, I've just had a relaxing holiday, so I've really been just having some fun, doing a lot of building and spending time with family. But as you can see, this is going to be the style of Faerchester. It's going to be heavy brick with a little bit of stone brick and polished smooth stone there as well. And we're going to have the palette of the brown concrete sort of seeping up a little bit. But as you can see, I have a section of it right now. A section of what? Pretty easy. Oh, Artocraft's mat. Nice. Change is good sometimes. It clears your mind. Exactly. You know, I do go through survival periods, and I'm just heavy into survival right now. So I'm having a lot of fun. Nothing wrong with survival. I do both. Nothing wrong with survival. I do both. I prefer Conquest Reforged, but I do play survivals here with my son from time to time. Yep. See, that's exactly what I mean. You know, you go where the inspiration leads. All right, so I'm going to need a lot of dirt. I need to set out the scaffolding pretty much of the towers, and then we can follow that with the brick. And then that will lead us into the next phase of what we're trying to do here. So I only have 4.5 chests, 4.5 double chests left of stone. So I got to be a little bit more conservative with that. But I do have a lot of dirt still that I can use. It's Jamone. Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. We're just doing some Faerchester today, as you can see. I do got a lot of brick left, but I've used, let's see, I've used that chest, and half of this chest so far. Well, a little bit more than half of that chest. And I still have that chest and 4 more chests, a little bit more than 4 more chests of brick underneath all that. Yeah, too much of one thing is never good. Same thing with, I've been kind of burnt out with Lumiere. It's just taken me forever to do, and I've just been, you know, itching for something different. And, well, this came up. King of Light had invited me like a month or 2 ago. I forget how long it was, and he started the server, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so here I am today, at least. Not only thing I'm working on, though, also a piece of Westeros Reforged and a personal project that I want to release for everybody. Nice. Yeah, it's like people like Vigo Man. For somehow they can switch between projects like it's you know, like a switch. They can just switch it on, switch it off, and you know, have no problem. It seems like I am absolutely amazed at how diversified his content is. Vigo Man is just crazy. I will never understand that. That's not me. That's not what I can do. I can't do that. All right, so this here is the edge of the gatehouse, I think. Is it? Yes, it is. All right, so I need to pop this back, and then its support structure on the back will be that brick pillar right there. And then we'll go ahead and follow that all the way along like this. This will be a roof kind of piece coming up with a back section, a fortified back section there, looking into the courtyard. But yeah, this will just be all the way back like this, straight over. I am actually probably going to adjust this a little bit more. I need to look at my inspiration really quick. I close that. 1 second. Give me a second, guys. I'm getting there. Just need to find my quadrangular castle inspiration. I have a nice little picture of the gatehouse, of Bogium's gatehouse, that I've been using as a little bit of inspiration. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to adjust this design, actually. It is actually going to... Oh, no, that's fine. I can work with that. And then I can probably kind of set it back like this, maybe. And that would go all the way to there. And then same thing with this over here as well. So come over one more. And that would be the gatehouse right there. And this thing is going to be one rockin' gatehouse, and that's for sure. So I like the look of that. We'll make it work. I think the only thing people always forget is the time that it takes to collect resources. It takes a long time, but we're in the end of the project. Yes, exactly. And also the building phase is quite nice. I have enjoyed the survival building. Overall, it's definitely rewarding. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form a survival elitist. You know, I'm not that kind of guy that's like, you know, you don't play survival, then you're less of a builder or whatever. Like, you know, you see default elitists, and you're just like, oh, come on, guys. this is all about you as a person. And if it's something you enjoy, then that's really all there is to it, and that's all that matters. Just enjoy your project. And anything more than that, you know, that's just bonus. If other people enjoy it, that's a bonus. But yeah, I just enjoy it for myself. So obviously this gatehouse is massive, so I need to try to figure out a way to tone it down. And I don't really want to bust it in there. Here, I'm gonna pull it actually up on my other screen. My one screen is you guys and my editor, and then my other screen I don't really have anything except the Dyn map open, but I can open that up to my inspiration here and have a better idea of what I want to do. Okay, we're just gonna open that up in a new image. Here we go. There we go. Dukonia has a better idea now. But so the idea is yeah, this gatehouse is going to be a lot different than the Bogium gatehouse, that's for sure. How's it coming along? Very good, Outcast Rue. By the way, guys, Outcast Rue is the one that came up with the name for the castle, so kudos to him for that. Oh no! Now I got to climb all the way back up. Look at all this interior we're gonna have to fill at some point. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But no, it's gonna be quite the process, and it's gonna take us a while, especially now that I got to get back to work. But all in good time. The thing I'm going to make downloadable is something I haven't seen in Minecraft before. It's Austrian eucalyptus forest. Oh, nice. Everyone else, how's it coming along? Very good. Their own thing. Do you prefer building survival or creative? Honestly, I don't have really a preference, Harry Pendry. It's more of just, it's just like I have to be in like whichever mood I'm in, because I really like Conquest Reforged building for sure, and I can make really great things with it. But it's just sometimes I have survival building, or I want to survival build, and so that's what we're doing today, survival building. All right, so the reason why I'm doing this is because it is the, because this is all going to be above the roof, or the roof of the castle, the ceiling. Yeah, the roof isn't going to cover most of this, so I'm just going to continue the range tower up, even on the inside with the skin blocks, just so that we have a good idea of what we're doing. I did not have time to watch your video on Dukonia Dragons, but it interests me. Can you explain to me what you do on the server? It is a survival server. They're mythical virus, and what we do is we build an aesthetically pleasing world in the vanilla conquest resource pack. And I actually need to continue back here. But yeah, the Vanilla Conquest texture pack. And yeah, it's creating basically an aesthetic world just using vanilla. And it's in survival and all. So it's just a really neat experience. We're with a bunch of other people, Dukonians especially. We have our own little town. Little town. We have our own town at pretty close to the spawn of the server and everything. So if you want to see more of that, you'll have to check that out on the episodes. But I'm sure I'll show that maybe at some point during this stream. Probably make my way down. That bridge is sick, Duke. When did you do that? This is the latest addition to the castle. I figured out the style of the castle with that, and then obviously they got the causeway there. So really think that turned out quite nice. I'll show you guys through that again later in the stream, but yeah, definitely got a good style down. Now we just got to make it happen. Obviously, this is going to take a lot of filler work to do to finish, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. Okay, actually, I need to take you out, and where is the inner wall? Actually, that is the inner wall for this. That's right here. So we'll just go ahead and bring this guy all the way back. Must have missed it. Yeah, it was actually yesterday when I streamed it, but I was having some major internet problems towards the end. So I had to stop the stream, unfortunately. But still, it was a good stream. Got a lot done, obviously. I mean, got the causeway done, but the Barbican, that was done off camera. I did that later that evening with Aquotis. Hi Leo, how long am I streaming today? I would probably estimate between 3 to 4 hours. So, yeah, between 3 to 4 hours more. That is my goal, at least. Tobias Khan, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. But yeah, it's just sometimes my internet has hiccups. If it does it again this stream, then I'm going to have to really get on my internet provider again. We had some issues not too long ago with some of the wiring outside was really old, and the box, or the what is it called? It's like a box that has all the cords in it outside. But anyways, the cable box, yeah, the cable box was like all damaged and the wires were all like kinked and everything. So they came out and replaced that box, and as far as I know, replaced the wiring. So it may still be a technical issue like that. It may just be high traffic times that like maybe over stresses the system. I'm no expert. I'm just coming up with possible ideas of what it could be. But one way or the other, we'll figure it out at some point. What am I doing? What am I doing? That needs to come out all the way out to here. Yeah, these, that's where the walls are supposed to be. Yeah, I did that there too. Okay, good. Piatup Brage Quit. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I remember that sucked. Have you built the Sallyport, or have you reconsidered? I will be building the Sallyport, Outcast Rue. That is not yet, though. The Sallyport will be, of course, back here. I do have plans for that. But that's going to be an external design that I'm going to have to come up with here soon. And I got to engineer it because it has multiple purposes. Number one, it needs to have some kind of connector between the two platforms. And then number two, underneath, it's going to have some sort of entrance into an undercroft in the castle with a portcullis, so that canoes or boats, like small boats, like just small little boats, canoes, can access, and so they can just kind of row across the moat. Naughty Xander, how you doing, man? Great to see you. So I do have plans for all that. I just gotta work it in at some point. But I'm sure you can understand in survival, well, even in creative and anything, it's just one thing at a time. Gotta get it done. Get it done when you can. I did make the Great Hall interior wall a little bit thicker than what I originally planned. I only planned for 2 thick, but since it's going to have such large windows, I thought it would make sense to have a little bit of a larger thing going on there. So we'll get that sorted out. Okay, I think we are ready now. The only thing I'm not fully on board with is the gatehouse. I feel like it is way too big. Unless if I come up with a different design for this thing. Because I feel like this shouldn't come back so far, but I'm already lined up with those pillars down below. And I don't think that I should move it. So I don't know how I want to go about doing this. I'll have to really figure that out. But I guess what I could do is just do a little bit of a redesign, maybe. Not a redesign, but a, instead of making it just a flat top on this gatehouse, I could add a little bit more to it to make it more interesting. But that remains to be seen. Also, the neat thing about all of these round towers is they will have turrets to get up to the top. It's a pretty typical English design for towers like this, and it's always on the inner side. So I'll get that sorted out eventually. No, Sloth, I won't. And so, yeah, I am going to grab some more brick, and then we can continue adding in some more texture. Some more shape to this castle. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like on the outside once we get these towers in. I also got to figure out how tall I want to actually do this. It's going to really be a chore to figure that out, because sometimes it's not so easy to judge. But we'll see what happens. Let's just grab some brick and test out some heights. So this is some more brick here. I don't think we're really gonna need much more brick. I will be using obviously a lot of brick for the interior work, so that's definitely something to consider. But for right now, I just need to concentrate on getting heights right. So let's get back up here really quick and then figure out how tall I really want to go with this. Now remember, this shell here is only 1 block thick. It's going to be 4 blocks thick for the walls here. You see that sandstone? That's the innermost layer of the wall for these walls. And plus, you'll see the round towers are super thick. They're about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's 5 blocks thick for the round towers. And then you got that little bit of space there in the middle, so just keep that in mind as we're building this. It's definitely going to be a lot of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. And I need to see how many layers I want to go with this. So right now we're at 2 layers higher than the average. I think I'm going to do maybe, let's start with 8 layers. I think would probably be enough, because it looks like on my inspiration pictures that it's usually about 1 story to 2 stories taller than the normal bit of the normal castle bit, which would be like down that section there. So we'll give it a try and see what happens. Obviously we're gonna end up wasting brick like that. So right now this is 4 layers tall here, and I just got 4 more to go, and then we're going to go ahead and fly down and see what it looks like. And then of course on top of that we still need to consider the machicolations that I'm going to add up on top. Machicolations are designed so that there's murder holes within the crenulations. So basically machicolations are crenulations with murder holes that overhang the edges. And I think it'll look absolutely stunning once we get the good design going. So this now is on the 8th layer. We'll go ahead and finish that really quick, and then let's fly down and see what the height is. Like, check this out, guys. This is a great range from up here. Have a beautiful view of the surrounding lands, and very defensive. Good luck sieging this castle. So much progress from yesterday. I know, right? Well, I mean, yeah, there has been a lot of like progress, but this is just skin progress that we're working on right now. It's hardly anything substantial. I consider substantial progress when you actually get the interiors planned out and everything. So anyways, that is 8 layers right there. Let's go see what that looks like. I think we need to go another 8. Yeah, I think we need to go another 8 layers. Well, maybe not another 8, maybe another 6. 6 layers, and I think we'll be good with that tower. Because we definitely want there to be a significant height variation between the towers and the mid part. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a little bit too scrunched looking. It's going to off-balance the build. Having the height variation is integral in having a proper design, because if you just have it all pretty much along the same height, even though that's 8. Actually, is that 8? 1, 2, well, you can barely tell when you just look at it from here. But I'm pretty sure that's not 8, come to think of it. So we'll go check that out and see what it looks like. But whatever it is right now, I'm gonna go 6 more layers. Maybe, let's just go 8 more layers. Might as well. Might as well. Okay, so let's test this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 6 layers. Okay, so yeah, another 10 layers. We'll test that. Well, another 6 for now. So this is 2. This is looking like it's going to be a huge looking good. It's going to be huge. Looking good, by the way. Oh, thank you. And Happy New Year's to you there, ya boy. Welcome to the stream. Where did you find all your clay for the brick blocks? I mined 2 double chests worth of clay blocks using Silk Touch. I've pretty much mined dry, or harvested dry a moat, or not a moat, a swamp. And then I just started on another swamp that's huge. It's down actually to the south of Queensdale, not too far. And it's just full of clay, so that's how I did that. And then I brought it back here, and then I set it up in like a big massive block. And then I used a shovel to mine it all down. So that's 2 layers. Oh, crap. All right, let's change our shaders down to something a little bit more content creation worthy. So you guys can actually see. That would be great, right? So we'll just wait for that to finally load up. There we go. So yeah, with CUDA shaders, you can actually see in the rain. So that's a little bit better. Actually, did I? Oh, I still have 2 render on. There we go. Should be a little bit more. And I have way too much render distance on. So now the stream should be much smoother. Let's see. Yep, 53 FPS. I'm already noticing how much smoother it is. It's like you can definitely feel the amount of movement. So I'm pretty sure this is number 4 that we're on right now. Or are we still on 2 layers? I don't know. I forget. It's funny how that works. And then eventually I'm going to have to fill all of this in with cobble in between this and the inner wall. That's going to be a chore. Just filling in that little section of 5 deep was a chore. Man, but it's worth it in the end. I like to have nice, solid walls in this castle. Personal challenge of mine. It's gonna look like it's gonna be huge. Looking forward to it. But yeah, so much progress from yesterday. Yeah. So this is number 6, if I remember right. You know what I should have done is I should go to the height that I want to go to with a pillar from the base, and then I should try to build up to that, and then that would be a standard that I could use. Otherwise, I just end up forgetting. All right, I'm gonna go check out what this looks like. I'll turn the sound on a little bit as well so you guys can actually hear what's going on. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we're gonna be able to see much. Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely tall enough. Yeah, that's definitely tall enough. Yep, I like it. All right, so let's go sleep this rain away. Hopefully somebody else sleeps the rain away. It's nighttime now, so I know you guys can barely see. Let's make our way back in here. But yeah, once we build all of the towers up to that height, it's going to balance out so nicely. You seem to be looking for new comments. I always am looking for new comments. I hate missing comments. It's always the worst thing in the world. Because everyone's always thinking I'm ignoring them, which I'm not. How will people know when the server is ready to let some people on? It actually, we do have applications now, so feel free to fill those out. I'll go ahead and post our application in chat here. Now, the thing is we're going to be really kind of sticklers with this. We're obviously not going to be accepting everybody. So just keep that in mind as we are continuing to process the server and everything. You guys need to just remember that we, as a community, are trying to keep things as clean as possible and as close to a standard as possible. But there you have a form that you guys can fill out if you want to, if you are interested in joining our community. Oh, it's already daytime. Okay, good. Somebody slept. But yeah, feel free to fill that application out and come join us if that's what you want to do. But be sure to be very thorough with your application, because if you guys do not know, like, me personally from, like, if you don't know me personally or know somebody on the server personally, you need to make sure that your application is absolutely the best application it can be. Now, if you guys are people that I personally know or somebody else on the server personally knows, then your chance of being just added to the community are a lot higher. Now, the reason for that is it's not meant to be unfair. It's just the whole reason is it's about trust. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But yeah, it's all about trust, really. If we trust you, then that's the key to getting on the server. Trust, and also, yeah, it's trust, not only trusting you, but also trusting your standards of building. Also, the Dukonians are officially closed, so we aren't going to be accepting any new members in our group, although we do have other factions that definitely need to be filled up. Hey there, Thomas Molvik. Welcome to the stream. Do you still use the Conquest shaders? Last time I tried to use it, it had a big black sphere covering the screen. Yeah, I have that same thing, Naughty Xander. I don't use Conquest of the Sun anymore because of that. Well, yeah, technically because of that. It makes terrible for stuff like this. Like, even this shader kind of has it in a very far distance, but Conquest of the Sun does have that really weird, like, black sphere that encroaches on, yeah, it encroaches on the view distance, and I don't like that one bit. But yeah, influence peddling. But yeah, it's just the big thing is about trust. We just need to trust the people that we want on the server. All right, so what I'm going to do is actually just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that's how tall I want to go. $12 might actually be a little bit too tall, but we'll see what happens. I'm still developing this. I mean, on the inspiration picture I have, it doesn't look like it's going to be too tall, but I think I'm going to actually bring it 2 down. I'm going to bring it 2 down. But we'll do that with this one, and then we'll go fix the other one. Yeah, but just bring it 2 blocks down, and I think we'll be okay. So we'll have it 10 high. Did you make this texture pack? Because it looks like my dog peed all over it. Ha ha ha, funny guy. But yeah, this is an amazing texture pack. Conquest is probably about the best you're gonna find. I have yet to see anyone else outdo Conquest, in my opinion. And that's that. Did you make this texture pack? Do you use Conquest shaders? No, I do not. But I hope everybody's having a happy new year. Well, not a happy new year yet. Well, some of you maybe, but for me at least, it's still New Year's Eve. I still got, let's see here, about 6 more hours. No. 8 more hours to go for actually New Year's. Actually, more than that, actually, doesn't it? Anyways, I still have some time before New Year's for me. I prefer John Smith. Ah, okay. Well, I guess each their own. But yeah, for my opinion, I feel just like Conquest definitely is a far superior texture pack. As Monsterfish is a truly talented creator and has made an incredible work of art with his pack here. Do you want to build a snowman? I'm in shorts and flip-flops. You're in shorts and flip-flops. Yeah, well, I mean, here it's not too cold. I don't know what the temperature is, but I barely even had to have a hoodie on. It was just relatively warm, so it's not too bad. So we'll just get that up to there. How much more do we have to go? Just 2 more layers, and I think we're going to be done with this. I remember streaming this pack a long time ago. Still the best packs of the day. That's definitely the truth. What do you think of the new default textures? I don't have an opinion. 3 hours and 10 minutes for me. Do you want to build a snowman? No. But yeah, as far as my channel is concerned, it's been Conquest. It's always been Conquest. And always will be Conquest, I hope. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Hightail going around right now. And You know, if I actually move to another game as my content, it's going to be a huge deal, because obviously going straight into it, there definitely wouldn't be conquest right off the bat. Now, we are toying with the idea of maybe conquestifying Hytale, possibly, but that would be an absolute crazy load of work. And yeah, I just monster fish to do that, that would be quite the arrangement. Oh Lord, Hytale again. Yep. See, that's the thing about especially being in the content creator shoes, is that's like brought up in every stream. If you shift, you can go 3 blocks up every time. Huh, really? Didn't know that. Oh yeah, I did know that, but I just find it easier for 2 because you don't have to really maneuver much. It's just walking, really, with maybe a few jumps here and there, or I don't know. I just find it easier placing 2 at a time. But yeah, right now I'm just taking all of 2 layers off of the tower. I feel like it's maybe a little bit too tall. Because like I said, the pain about this right now is figuring out the heights for everything. But I think what was it, 10 blocks? Yeah, I think 10 blocks is a very reasonable height for this. So I'll be pretty happy with this once we get it all squared away. It's like when Fortnite came out. Alright, so this is going to be a pretty big tower. Now the thing is, it's not going to feel that big because obviously the interior is only this amount of space right here. Now we'll probably put a big round staircase up 1 or 2 of these towers, but still, I mean, it's not going to be huge. I guess I should make another pathway up. I guess I'll do that here. So Laura and I went up to a steakhouse for lunch today as a little celebration for the New Year's. Also, her birthday's coming up and things, so yeah, just a little celebration for all that. Went to Longhorn. Not sure if you guys are familiar with that or if it's just an American thing. But anyways, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Right. Okay. So now we'll just go ahead and match everything to that and we'll be good to go. Mine's huge, just like when Fortnite came out. But mine's huge. If you shift and go 3 blocks, yes, okay. So does anybody have some major New Year's celebration plans? I'm sure, actually no. If any of you had New Year's celebration plans, you wouldn't be here in the stream. That's for sure. You would probably be downtown New York or, you know, wherever, whatever major city is in your country and be there right now. But yeah, for me, Laura and I are just going to be kind of around the house doing nothing. I may even treat myself to watching the ball drop, but I never understood that whole thing, so it doesn't really matter to me. It's just like just to humor myself, you know? Having a beer and chilling out at home, nice. That's always a good thing. Just staying home and relaxing. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. I don't like crowds. Crowds are the worst. Crowds of people, I get way too claustrophobic. And yeah, my patience runs very thin, so it's just better for me not to participate in things of that nature. I'm in Stockholm, nice, yeah. For me it's 2018. Yeah, for me it is too. I'm not 2019 yet. And none of them have worked so far. I remain skeptical. Hey, Gandalf, I completely agree. I've seen a lot of these, and I've never been hyped up about any of them. And I wouldn't say I'm completely hyped up about Hytale. See, the reason why is obviously I am a purely Conquest content creator, and I don't really want to leave Conquest. It's not something I want to do. I don't know. See, it's a huge conflict for me to be hyped up for it or not. So I still need to wait and just see how things develop. Because obviously we have Conquest Reforged now, which definitely is a huge bonus for creative builders, and I hope eventually we'll have a proper Conquest Reforged survival to follow suit. But I'm sure all that will happen in due course. I feel New Year's is one of the worst nights to go out. I would have to agree with that, so I won't be going out. No, yeah, I'm just gonna be staying at home, you know. Hightail create a big hype around. I think it's what people want from Minecraft. That's exactly. Minecraft really, they got lazy. Mojang got lazy, and so they're not really meeting expectations. And so now it's depending on, like, Hightail has a huge amount of expectation on it. And so the question is, will they meet those expectations? Will they or will they not? So we'll have to just wait and see. Wait and see and hope. Well, Duke, I'll catch you later maybe, depending on how long you're on. Have a good night and Happy New Year. Pirate Lord, thank you so much for stopping by. Always great to see you. Have a great night and a Happy New Year. All right, there we go. We got our mid tower done. Now we just got to move on to our other thing. I'm going to go ahead and go check the heights of this all. I'm just curious of what it's looking like now from down here perspective. I'm liking it. Yeah, this is going to be a proper castle, guys. I'm really liking this. Yeah, that's going to be great. It's a perfect height, too. Basically, you want double in a... Like, this is basically double and a half of what the foundation is, or the curtain wall is. And that's what you want. Adds a very good height variation. And it dwarfs the Barbican, which it's designed to. You don't want the Barbican to look like it's huge compared to the castle itself. Plus, look at these range towers. Like, those things are going to have such a great range of fire on the causeway, on enemies trying to get in. They are out of touch with their community, I feel. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of opinions on it, and I would have to agree with that. They're not really putting much time into, what do you call it, quality of work anymore. If they ever did, actually. But, I mean, it's a great game. Love Minecraft, it's amazing. But, it's not what it could have been. Myself only played 1.5 tune, by the way, with mod. Nice. But yeah, I mean, I definitely don't really have too much to complain about as far as Mojang or Minecraft is concerned. Minecraft has definitely done its job as being a creative tool for myself. I definitely am very appreciative of that. I'm very glad to have been able to use this tool for myself. I'm gonna have to go grab me some more brick before I actually start that. Jump over there and down. I gotta make my way down into my survival area a little bit more efficient. I haven't efficientized this yet, or whatever you want to call it. I have no clue. My. There we go. Got a lot more brick. That should be all I need. Talking with this kind of depresses music, though. It is depressive, isn't it? But it's Vinsvept. Vinsvept is good music. All right, I'm gonna make a little stairway to get up from here, just because. There we go. We don't have to traverse that again. And then up here, I'm looking forward to having like the interior of this all planned out and floors and everything, and it's just all filled in and ready to go. It's gonna be great. I have this opinion that whenever a developer is out of touch with their community, it's like 90% of the time the best financial decision for the company, but it might be the worst for the people that love the game. Exactly. And you know, that's the thing, is we love the game. And yeah, the Mojang is definitely out of touch. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Go ahead and fill all that in. Man, I'm looking forward to putting in crenellations on all of this. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Also, the design of this is, see how the wall, the curtain wall is right here? You got the, not the curtain wall, but the wall is right here. There's gonna be like a little tunnel going through the tower here and then onto the other side. Because the roof obviously is going to be on this side. Usually the community is the vocal minority. Isn't that the truth? But it is what it is. And I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't complain. I mean, I definitely would not be the same person if I was stuck with default Minecraft. Like that just, I couldn't do it. It would just be too annoying. Way too annoying for me to participate in as much as I do with Conquest. But I'm definitely so happy to have Conquest as an option. It's a great tool. Saw the PewDiePie rewind. It's way better than the crap from YouTube. See, I don't know what it is. Like, how does such a fortune, like such a large company, make such a colossal fail? I mean, I haven't even watched the YouTube rewind, but like, I don't understand. How, like, same thing with some movies. Like, they spend so much money and resources on these stupid things. And, like, why? Like, you would expect somebody at some point would be just like, no, like, this cannot be published. This is going to ruin our reputation. This is, well, anyways, YouTube might already be ruined, but anyways, it's just, come on. I'm currently pretty much alone on Darwin, but your stream makes it much better. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Paz Girl. That's the hope. That's the hope, to be a nice little voice for you to listen to, and the little, some noise. Because I definitely understand it myself. I watch streamers purely to keep myself company as I am building. And, you know, I definitely have my selection of streamers that I like to listen to, and you know, it's their humor, their voice, their, you know, it's just the people they are. I'm always been for very calm streamers, very calm and collected, and that's what I try to be, calm, collected. Also, they use so much more budget for the dreadful stuff they make. Then you have some YouTubers with tiny budgets who can make masterpieces. Exactly. In my opinion, the bigger one gets, the less quality things become. I mean, obviously that's not across the board, but it's like, you know, just take, you know, series, for example. Like, take, I don't know, Transformers. The Transformers series, for example. It started out great, ended up terrible. The Shrek series started off great, ended off terrible. You know, you get, the bigger you get, the harder you fall, I guess. I don't know, but it just, sometimes people just rush too much, and then it's so clearly noticeable. Sad, but true. It is what it is. For them, it's quantity over quality. Exactly. I've always been for quality. That's why, like, I get these, I get plenty of, what do you call it, you know, join this, or help us with this, or, you know, would you like to do this with us, or something like that. And I usually is like, no, because I don't want to be a part of, crap. You know, I do this for me, not for, this is gonna really suck, me trying to get back up here. Oh, whatever. I'll just make a stairway to get back up there. But yeah, I do my channel and what I do for me and for my personal enjoyment. I think that's what's most important about content creating, is, you know, just do it for you. And, you know, now sometimes you want to go professional with stuff like this, and that will definitely lead you down a different path. Obviously, you know, at that point, it's all about, you know, you want the views. It's all about the views, really. It's all about the support. Well, it is, even for me, it's about the support. It's about, you know, you guys being here and everything. And that's a huge factor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These industries have become automized, essentially. Yep, driven more by marketing. Exactly. It's all about shallow salesmanship. Exactly. Pendragon, you are a true master of understanding how society works. But look at Game of Thrones, big budget and still amazing. I disagree with that, Kip Mars. It started out great, and I think it's now getting way too rushed. You see this game companies and movie industry. There's no room for promotions for content creators when a company reaches a certain size because the increase in market share is minimal. Yep, that's how it is. All right, I'm going to sleep this night away because who likes nighttime? It's the worst. So how do you have any redstone builds on here yet? No, I don't do any redstone. Redstone is not my forte. I mean, we do have little gates here and there that other people in the server have done, but it doesn't interest me one bit, redstone stuff. Not my cup of tea. So they hire more and more marketing people and they take over. Yep. Isn't that the truth? I'm loving this. The biggest thing that I gotta make sure that I do well on this is depth. Depth has to be considered when building this project. I got to keep depth as a forefront as what I'm doing. Good, I have enough. Groggy Noggin, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. You're going to kill yourself, stop falling. I got feather falling on, but I do need to eat some steak. There we go. But yeah, I will probably kill myself from falling on this castle. But so far, this castle is pretty much turning out exactly as I envisioned it would. Obviously, because I have very close inspiration to what I'm doing. If you guys are familiar with Bogium Castle in Sussex, England, it's a very popular castle. It's one of the most preserved quadrangular castles to exist. Because it was never attacked, really. As far as I am aware, it never was attacked. And anyways, it's just a really great design, in my opinion. It's a very symmetric design, but honestly, I think the design is just so nice that, you know, even this symmetricality of it really doesn't, you know, doesn't matter. It still looks great. There is a few variations in it that make it stand out, but still really like it. Wavy Lou, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. Was that a failed British accent? I don't know. King Golf, thank you for that follow. Welcome. There is some cool interview that explains how when production became more automated, the marketeers became the head of the company. Since the product process is fully automated. Sorry, nerdy stuff. Sounds like college level stuff right there. Kind of want to try building Baratas from the World of Warcraft BFA. Ah, so you're going to follow in the footsteps of Von Tool then, huh, Naughty? Yeah, man, I just, building a mountain, my gosh. That would take some real patience. Well, just like building this castle, I mean, this thing's not any small feat, so this is going to take a lot of patience itself as well. But I am very inspired for it, and so with that said, I am going to keep going. I love terraforming. Yeah, I guess, I mean, some people can love terraforming, but it's, I mean, variation is nice. Having a little bit of something going on, something different than just, you know, building the next hill or the next ridge. Still not as crazy as Crying ended up being. Oh, no, not for sure. I mean, I would say not even as a survival, this would be an equivalent to that. It's not. But Crying got too big, and it got way over, you know, way over what it was originally intended to be. So it's just best that I don't go back to that, because it'll lead me right back down my cycle of pure You know, it's just gonna be terrible. So that's why I don't go back to it. It would just lead me down the path of crying syndrome again, and yeah, I'm just trying to avoid that at all possible. 10 times the size. Oh man, 10 times? I feel like that's a way understatement. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's actually 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Also, a pretty unique design about this castle. It has no keep. I really like that about it as well. I mean, most castles have a very typical design and shape and everything. Like, not shape and everything, but you know, typically what you see on Conquest, like what people build is, you know, they're very steeped roofs, and it just ends up being a very usual style. But I hardly ever see any English castles, and that's kind of a big reason why I'm doing this, is because it's something that you don't typically see. An English castle definitely has a nice little it's a nice little break from the usual. So obviously the center courtyard probably wouldn't see that much sunshine, so I'm gonna have to consider that. Where's the sun right now? Right about there. Still remember you saying it's not gonna be bigger than this. And I like to get wrecked. Came in with another 2 months or 3 months in a row subscription. Thank you so much, Wrecked. Let's go ahead and throw some fist bumps there in chat and show him some love. Welcome to the Red Legion. Well, not welcome, you've already been the Red Legion, but thank you for that, Wrecked. Much appreciated. I need to work on my, because it's like sometimes I get kind of caught off guard. Like sometimes I think it's a host, and I'm like, I have this like pre-recording in my head, like while I respond to that. I'm like, oh no, it's a subscription, and I gotta remember, like, what is it that I say when somebody subscribes? Edinburgh Castle. It's Edinburgh, not Edinburgh. Edinburgh Castle. But yes, welcome back. I'm currently working on Castle Bran, Vlad Dracula, Lapis Castle, so I like the idea of non-standard castle. Yeah. Non-standard castle definitely, you know, it helps the creativity. It gives you ideas, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to do something a little bit different, breaking from the norm a little bit. I mean, obviously, I have seen English castles here and there. Another thing that I would really like to see is some Byzantine stuff. So one day I might toy with some Byzantine style. See what happens. Bullion's Castle. Nice. Hey, Lavian Wrecked. Groggy-noggin. Not idiot. That was bad typing. What am I doing? I am building up the walls and height of Faerchester currently. I'm doing survival right now. And I'm working on building a brick castle, heavily inspired from 3 castles that I've been pulling inspiration from. Mainly Bogium Castle for the primary design, Hurstmonceau for the palette and a couple miscellaneous things around, and also Hurstmonceau for the curtain wall around the foundations. I'm not an idiot, that was bad typing. But, yeah. So, Wrecked, what's your plans for this New Year's? You doing anything, or you staying home with the kids? I imagine them being still babies is probably not something you can just really take them out on any big parties or whatever. Maybe you got your mom or dad are going to be taking care of them. You guys, you and your wife can go out for a little getaway. That's what Laura and I did today. We went to a steakhouse and had some steak while her mom was here taking care of Andrew. Oh my. But yeah, it's always great getting Laura out of the house, because like today was like her second time ever getting away from the house with from Andrew. In-laws with them. I'll probably be a show. Nice. So are you going to be going to any parties then? Or are you just staying home? I'm just staying home. I have no plans. No plans at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. And then all we got to do after this is the gatehouse, and we'll be done with the height variations. And then I'm going to have to decide what I want to do after that. I might start adding in a few buttresses here and there where I need to put them. Or I might do pallets. I think buttresses first, because that does decide on some areas for pallet, because I do remove skin blocks behind buttresses so that I can maximize my grindy blocks. I'm gonna need a lot more like stone and stuff, so I'm gonna have to probably do some mining here sometime soon. Grab a beacon and go just hog wild with oh great, I need more brick. Go hog wild with grabbing me some more stone and things, because I'm gonna need a lot more stone. That's like a major filler resource for me. Now for the interior, I'm going to use dirt and just like oak logs for now. And then eventually I'll work my way up to using, what am I doing? I'll work my way up to using some other things like, obviously I'm gonna be doing a quite extravagant interior palette at some point. But for now, it's going to be just dirt and oak slabs. Just a family gathering at her sister's. We generally go there every New Year's. My parents do care much about the New Year as I will, so we go to her parents. Oh, gotcha. Nice, nice. Oh man, I love this. This is gonna be so nice. I mean, it's really a good sized courtyard, and like that great hall is gonna be great. That great hall is gonna be great, guys. But this will be the main entrance into the great hall, and then you go right into it from the inside there. So looking forward to that. Now, how do I want to get it back up there? I guess I'll fly. Do a little bit of flying and hope that I don't miss it. I don't miss it. No! That's the worst. All right, I guess I'll just build my way back up there again. Oh, man. All right, so we'll do it here. I don't want to waste my rockets. I am coming very... And I got some more gunpowder last night, so I'll be good to go for a little while. Need flying lessons. Actually, I'm pretty sure Edinburgh pronounced Edinburgh by tourists and Edinburgh by anyone in Britain. That's why I call it Edinburgh. You know, that's the way they pronounce it. So I try to pronounce it the way that it's supposed to be pronounced. It's my just little American attempt at being considerate to language. And thank you for that, host Rect. Welcome. Flying lessons, that's for sure. A great hall. That's a great hall. Double great. But yeah, I can see, I actually just thought maybe what I could do to make it kind of unique on the inside is a balcony connecting from one side to the other so that people can still access from one side of the Great Hall to the other. Actually, no, we got the tower for that, so that's not going to be a big deal. The Great Hall will just have big, grand ceiling. Creighton, thank you for that follow-in. Welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. I might actually make it really extravagant in the Great Hall, too. There won't be any windows facing the outside from the Great Hall either. Maybe a couple like little arrow slit type things, but the only grand windows in this whole Great Hall will be on the inside courtyard, the courtyard side. The reason for that is I am trying to maximize defensibility of this castle, and big windows facing the outside definitely present a structural weakness. The only warrior you need. But can you pronounce Lauboro correctly? That is the real question. Lobby Kalava, thank you for that, host. Welcome. But can you pronounce Laufboro? Is that right? Laufboro? I am a Remember, I am an ignorant American. I just pronounce it the way it looks. Since I can't stream, might as well. H-O-D-T. Oh, host. I appreciate that. Close. Luftbroch. Ah, yeah, I did Luftbroch. Interesting. Yeah, pronunciations. That's one thing. It's just like I love messing with people with Lumiere. People always are like, no, it's Lumiere, Lumiere, Dukonia, Lumiere. See, the funny thing is I started off with Lumiere, and then I don't know what happened, but I think at some point I mispronounced it, and then ever since then I've been really enjoying it because everyone's always like, no, Dukonia, it's Lumiere, and I always call it Lumiere. It's great. Oh man, messing with people can be a lot of fun sometimes. Alrighty, well there we go. We still got the gatehouse to do, but we definitely have a good start. Check this out, guys. Oh, this is gonna be great. I was just about to ask if you could pronounce Lumiere. Yeah, Lumiere. That's what I pronounce it as. English is weird. That is true. That is the truth. English is a very weird language. Now, I wonder if I should make the gatehouse taller than the rest. Probably not. Also, should I or should I not do that? I think I will. I think I will just continue doing what I'm doing here. Yes. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, though. I was just about to ask if you could pronounce them here. Hey, Mariki, how you doing? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. See, I'm not fully happy with the layout of this gatehouse. It's huge. And maybe a little bit too huge. But it's already laid out. I think I'm going to tone it down some. Yeah, I'm going to tone it down some. I'm going to tone it back to here. And I'm going to adjust the design a little bit. And I'm just going to have to work with what's down below. I'm not going to really worry about that too much. But I'm going to take all this out. And then take you down to there. Yeah, we just need that. We need a little bit more space to each side of the gatehouse. Otherwise, this thing is going to end up being just absolutely enormous. And it'd just be too much. So by doing this, it'll just really help. The overall design will look a little bit better. I think that'll do. And I'll make this work. Technically, there's no need for this anymore, what I did here. But I'm still going to utilize that within the construction, and it'll be fine. It's just cocktail Latin, Greek, Gaelic, and Little Norse. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm going to grab some dirt really quick, just so that I have some scaffolding to work with, just in case I need it. Very important block to have in survival, that's for sure. Gotta have scaffolding. But yeah, Rect, would you agree with me? We Americans have our own little way of pronouncing things. It's pretty much a general... Most Americans, should I say. Some Americans definitely have a little bit more class. Oh man, but yeah, I'm just one of those generic, typical American guys, you know. All right, so your own castle project. Yeah, this is my own castle project. Wait, what? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You just joined. Yeah, this is my own castle project. I think I want to do the kind of the same thing I did with... How long did you farm for that dirt? Well, I dug this whole moat, Outcast Rue. So I have a ton of dirt from that, and stone. With my pinky extended. Oh, goodness. All right, but yeah, I still need to figure this out. I feel like this needs to go in one more block. Okay. I need to see this really quick. So I come out 3 blocks. I come out, I'm sorry, 2 blocks. 1, 2. So that kind of makes sense, actually. Yeah, this is fine. What I have here is just fine. No, it's not. It's not fine. It is not. All right, so this actually needs to come back one block. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to bring that all back 1 block, and then we will start building outwards a little bit. Because I definitely want there to be a good, strong, I want there to be some good, strong depth in the gate. Especially when you face on look at it. It's a very important, yeah, it's necessary. Just plain daggum necessary. There we go. So now what I need to figure out is how I want to actually go about doing that. Well, this castle really moved forward. Great looking castle there. Well, thank you, the nose. Let's actually take a little, well, let's finish the gatehouse height first, and then we can figure out what to do from there. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up here fast and start building that up a little bit, and then we will decide on where to go from there. I really want to make a good Nightbot command. Poor thing just gets absolutely pummeled. Oh, man. All right, again, I want to see what this looks like. So it comes back 2 blocks. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come back 2. I'm going to just remove all of those. Basically, I'm just going to direct copy, not copy, but heavily inspire this gate off of the Barbican. Also, a continuation of style, I think, is important. This will be a much grander entrance than the Barbican for sure, but still, it should have a continuation of style. You know what? I'm going to sleep because it is nighttime. And nobody likes watching a stream when it's dark. Well, there was no need for it to warn me. I feel no pity for it. Yeah, I don't understand Nightbot. It doesn't do anything though, I don't think. Oh, it's hell outside. Lucky the stream is relaxing. What's hell outside, Marigi? You live in downtown where it's really crowded? No, man, I need some water. Ooh, ah, that's good. Water is always good. Good stuff. Where? Who, what, where? Well, there was no need for it. Where? What? Okay, I'm really confused. Okay, really confused. What are we saying? Who, what, where, why, when for? How? I don't know. But man, I'm really looking forward to actually getting some proper detail work done on this thing. It's going to be an absolute bugger to do, but it's going to be fun still. Always fun. Also, I got to figure out where the cap is going to be. I guess right about here will be this cap. Yeah, that'll be the entrance right there. We'll go ahead and just keep building on top of that. And then we'll do arch number 2, and then arch number 3, etc. And it will continue coming up. There we go. I'm sure you guys can hear Andrew in the background having a ball. I don't know about a ball. Well, only 2 hours till 2019. That's why it's hell outside. Yeah, man, 2019, that's coming around real quick. It's amazing, though. Like, oh my gosh. Time flies. It absolutely flies. Like, I just can't believe it's already. We're almost there, really. All right, and now I'm going to cap it right here. Now, this obviously is not going to be, like, I'm not even sure if this is going to be the final cap. I kind of want to coordinate this next layer around where a floor will be, so I can fill it with murder holes. Or not murder holes, but actually, yeah, it would make sense to have murder holes there. So yeah, totally. I'm gonna put some murder holes there and on the top. That'd be great. And some arrow slits and whatnot will be really nice. Also, how old is he now? He is just over 2 months old currently, and he's doing fantastic. Eating, pooping, burping, you know, pretty much the whole 9 yards. Everything a baby should do, he's doing. So absolutely, he's doing a good job. He's doing a really Doing a real good job for himself. Actually, I think what I'm going to do here... No, I will do the full 9 yards. Yeah, I will do this. I think it'll look fine. I think if we just continue this all the way along, we'll be all right. There we go. Don't forget to poop shoot. I already have a poop chute out for the garderobe here. And that's what these 4 side towers are for, wrecked. That one there, and that one there. They overlap the moat so that they can just poop right down the side and into the moat. So that is a purposeful design with those cuts in the curtain wall. All right, sorry about that, guys. Lara's taking him back into the room. He's being a little bugger. All right, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That does not seem right. There we go. That seems right there. I just want to keep everything a pretty even height all the way around. Okay. Anyone hear a baby crying? Yes. He's in the back room now. Sorry about that, guys. It's just the life of being a parent, you know? It just, kids like to cry. Babies like to cry. So it's just something you gotta deal with. I will be putting buttresses on the back here, by the way. Well, right there, really. So it'll hold up this wall a little bit better and give us a little bit more depth on this wall for sure. Plus, there will be lots of windows in these walls as well. In general, just it'll look pretty nice. Just is going to take a matter of time. Lots of time, and we'll eventually get this all sorted out. Ice, ice, baby. Yes, that's the baby in the background. And I will also put a couple buttresses on the front of this tower here. I think that would look quite nice. Make it look quite imposing. And once we get up closer to the 10th layer there, then I will... Well, actually, no. What am I doing? I feel like I need to redesign this again. Not fully, though. I feel like what I should do... I'm thinking. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove all this again. Sorry, guys. I just keep going back on what my plan is, and there we go. But I'm going to bring this back here, because what I want there to be is this big open space here, so that there's murder holes coming down from the side. So you want at least 3 blocks there of open space all the way up. Yes, I am double walling everything. That's another personal challenge of mine. If you don't see me, any of you later, Happy New Year. All right, Outcast Drew, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully. But yeah, I need to design this a little bit more purposefully. I need to keep in mind the defensive nature of this gatehouse, and having a couple murder holes looking down from the side would definitely be a good use of flanking fire. That's like a big part of this castle is flanking fire. I gotta keep that as a main thing, you know? So that is what I will do. I'm gonna take all of this down. There we go. And we're gonna come, obviously we need to come back 3, and then it's gonna come out 2. So 3, 4, 5. I think that's enough. Well, we'll come back 6. We'll come back to there. Yeah, that's good enough. And this is actually the original space that I decided to do. So the reason for this is so that there's plenty of space for it to overlap and everything. And it'll be kind of like a kill box if they do get in here. And the gate, the actual mechanism will be pulled up and everything. And it won't actually go straight up into the gate, but... actually, what I could do... Oh, this is great. What I could do is bring this drawbridge back into here. Like, maybe to about this spot right there. Oh, that'll be perfect. I can bring it 2 back, and then I can extend this platform out another 2 blocks. That's great. I like that. That's what I'll do. That is what I'll do. I like the sound of it. All right. So now I just need to do this again here. Go ahead and throw that there. Come up a little bit. I don't know how far. I guess right there. We'll just do that for now unless we decide otherwise. I guess the only way to attack is by having a dragon. Well, I definitely will tell you this. It will not be any easy feat for an attacker to take this castle, but it's not impossible. There's definitely, it's completely possible to take this castle if you have the right strategic mind and the resources to do so. But just like any castle, castles always have a weak point. Okay, so this drawbridge is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8 blocks tall. And so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think that would actually be a good spot for the next one right there. Right about there, maybe. Yes, I think that'll be fine. And then if that drawbridge comes back, yeah, we'll be good right there. Other way, having more men than yours have ammo. Yeah, I mean, it's always possible to take a castle if you have the resources to do so. I mean, obviously, like, just take Masada, for example. I mean, it was considered an impenetrable fortress that was on top of a mesa, straight cliffs on all sides. It's in Israel. It was King Herod's palace. And what happened was the Roman legions came to conquer it. And it took months and months. But what they did is they built a fort down on the, down below Masada. And then they built this massive dirt hill all the way up to the top. I mean, I'm telling you, the feat of engineering to make that happen, I just don't understand how medieval or even like Roman engineering could even come close to creating that, putting that much dirt, moving that much dirt. I mean, that's incredible. How you doing the day of 2018? I'm doing fantastic. Hanging in there and having a great time, building away. Is there any better way of spending the last few hours of 2018? I don't think so. No, but I'm having a great time. Hey, they're the Romans, so they can do that. And add Pantrium expended them. Yeah, but you have a Viking army because we all know that they castle destroyers. Well, no, I mean, Vikings, they would not be able... I mean, typical Viking combat, which is basically rawr, 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 give me your place. And then just charge straight up the hill. That's the way. Well, I don't know. Even on the show Vikings, they did a pretty good job taking. Yeah. Anyways, it's possible. It's possible. The Vikings could possibly take a castle like this, but Vikings are like the what do you call them? Like the people on Game of Thrones that ride horseback and are just kind of like barbarians. What are they called? The Blood Riders. The Dothraki, that's what they're called. The Dothraki, Blood Riders. They are more like the Vikings are more like them. Like, they're great in open combat. Would be very difficult to defeat. But I don't think that their speciality is in castle defense or castle attacking. Just cut the castle off of supplies and starve them out if you can't take it head on. Exactly. That's exactly how. If you don't have the resources to take a castle, then you just wait them out. And typically it's easy to do. Angel Wesselink, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. And obviously a castle like this, well, any castle really, always has, you can always siege a castle and it just be an absolute pain to try to take. But this one in particular would be even more difficult to hold out on a siege because obviously it doesn't have extensive underground networks full of stuff. What do you call it? Resources and food, because obviously you can't go underground. It's all about staying above ground because of the water, because it would just fill in and collapse the foundations and, you know, flood everything. So that's not what you want. But I will be making pretty extensive vaultings underneath, and also there's plenty of room in the castle, so I'll probably do lots of storage and things in rooms, like in the attics and stuff of that nature. Not necessarily. See, groundwater has a tendency to filter most of that out there, Rex. So there's a well and there's a cistern in this castle, so I'm not really too worried about the groundwater. Because, like I said, the moat is actually ocean water. So it would have circulation. So the poop and stuff would settle to the bottom, yes, but stuff like the sulfur in the rock, the bedrock, would take out many of the impurities, making drinking water from the well completely a viable option. Now, it is pretty close to salt water. Obviously, it is around salt water, so that is a good point. If this is salt water, a well would be a difficult option. I wonder, is there fresh water underneath salt water? That is a very good point. I got to consider that. I mean, if it's a super deep well, I think there's a possibility you might be able to get fresh water from underneath salt water. You underestimate the sheer production of human feces. Oh, goodness. No, man, I have a baby. I know exactly the production of human feces. Oh, boy. I know you can do the saltation process, obviously, where you can separate salt from water and then make completely clean salt water, or I'm sorry, drinking water from salt water, but it was not a medieval technique. At least it wasn't considered a medieval technique. Now they did make what was called, actually it was a technique, because they did that to get salt. They boiled salt water, like what they would call brine water, like they would take it from a swamp or something, and then they would cook it, and then the salt would come to the top in the form of a foam, and then they would skim that off, and then that's what the salt that they would actually use for cooking and stuff, is the salt that they got from brine water. So yes, not desalination, I forget what it's called, but it is actually a medieval thing. Just not, I don't think they particularly did that just for drinking water. Just they did that to get salt. At least in Britain, because they did not have a lot of just salt lying around. Only if you hit groundwater, otherwise no, not really. Believe it or not, but a lot of people drank alcohol during the early medieval period. Yes, I do know that. I do know they drank a lot of mead because they did not realize, but apparently the alcohol killed a lot of the bacteria, because people were noticing whenever they drank water, they got sick. And so they found out if you drink mead, or it was mead or beer in general, they didn't get sick. And the reason why is because the alcohol took out the bacteria. And that's a major reason why people drank alcohol in the medieval period. Oh man, this is great. This is great. All right, now let's go ahead and get a nice little exterior look at this. Saline packets. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's great. That is a perfect height. That is a great height. I love it. From out here, that looks like a proper quadrangular castle. Well, once it's finished, of course. I mean, obviously, I got a ways to go till I can consider this a castle, but shape-wise, I'm definitely seeing it. All right, there, Quotas. Have a great new year, and I will see you hopefully in the near future. Me and Quotas have become very well acquainted as of late. He's been a huge help with a lot of things around Faerchester here. Yeah, this is the Barbican, and then of course the Gatehouse right behind is what we've been just finishing up. But I'm just doing a quick little run around the castle, just taking in the overall shape of this thing, and I am very happy with it right now. From the inside, it looks huge, but from the outside, it looks just about right. Just about where it should be. Like, the ratio looks just right. But yeah, these big towers right here, the big central towers, their design. Number one is to be a ranged tower to shoot down to the left and the right to keep people off of the walls. Obviously, they could get up to the curtain walls pretty easily and kind of avoid being shot at, well, the enemies at least. But still, you know, there's really nothing much they can do down there. Yeah, so that's the design about that. I don't know why, I'm just enjoying running around looking at this. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. And just imagine that there's going to be gardens along the curtain wall areas. So that's all going to be pretty green, and there's going to be lots of depth in here. Some miscellaneous windows here and there. Remember as it's been yesterday. Okay, time for bad New Year's jokes. Yeah, 2018. Remember as it's been yesterday. Oh, wow. Man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've really been participating much in the generic dad joke thing, you know? Typically, when you think of, you know, I'm a dad now, you think of dad jokes, but I haven't been doing much dad jokes, so I'm proud of myself. I've been staying away from that stereotype as much as possible. There we go. Now we can see it in a little bit more light. I'm just doing a complete walk around the castle, and then we'll get back to building something. I may actually just go ahead and go right into doing the fortifications. What do you guys think? Do all of the exterior fortifications so that we can actually see what this is going to truly look like. I think that might actually be a good plan. Your son doesn't feel shame yet. That is such a good answer, Viscaman. That's that. I couldn't have even. Yeah, wow, that's great. That is great. Oh man, but yeah, look at this. See that Barbican? Like that's what I wanted. I wanted the Barbican to be dwarfed by the castle, and well, it's dwarfed. And so now let's walk up through the Barbican here and into the gate, and then like just watch how imposing this is. Like check that out, guys. Like imagine it's going to be all these arches. You're going to have the machicolations up there at the top. I mean, this is just going to be one killer fortification right here. Getting past that is going to be not fun for whoever's trying to attack Faerchester. We are here to watch. Just imagine the Lord ordering something from outside the castle. Poor servants. Well, yeah, they got to come down this causeway. That's the only way, really, to get into the castle. They got a lot. I mean, to supply this castle, they're going to need a lot of resources for sure. But, yeah, like I said, guys, this is pretty much directly what I envisioned Faerchester to look like. I'm still not fully happy with this gatehouse. I feel like I need to bring this all back one more block. Like, see all of this that I've done here that's coming inwards? One more block. The reason why is because on the corner fortifications, I do 3 blocks like that. Well, I could technically still make that work with a murder hole in there. It might be okay. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, come to think of it, we're going to be just fine. I need to come check over here really quick just to check that out really fast. Yeah, we'll be just fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, okay. I was kind of worried there for a second because I was feeling like it wouldn't overlap something, but it'll be perfect. Perfect. All right, Mariki, thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully we'll see you guys sometime again in the future. Near future, hopefully. Okay, so I need to remove all of this stuff. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to take a screenshot of that really quick. Bloop. All right. And that wasn't supposed to happen. Jay Gams, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. All right, so I need to remove all of this drawbridge and then replace it. I guess that also means I need to figure out... How do I want to do that? I'm going to have to figure that out too. But I do want to bring this drawbridge back up into that little cove there. I'm not sure how far, but we're going to definitely bring that back a little bit. It'll also make sense because the hinges need to be within the stonework, not outside the stonework. All right, so I guess what we'll do is we're gonna come 2 back. I think that's what I decided. Come 2 blocks back. And then this is where it will start right about, well, it should start here. So yeah, it should start right there. I think. Maybe one more. One more back. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. One more back. So this is where the drawbridge would start, right there. Because it goes up and flush with that up there. That's where the actual chain goes to. Oh, actually right there. It's like I don't have to deal with scaffolding anymore. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I think that'll be just fine. And obviously I need to take all of this away, which is going to take us a little while. But is a necessary evil to do. And it doesn't necessarily create a blind spot because there will be murder holes to both sides here, plus innumerable amounts of, not innumerable, but a bunch of arrow slits coming down this wall. So even if you try to hide in this little area I'm making right now, it would be absolute hell trying to keep it. There we go. And we'll go ahead and mine all this away really quick. And this is all solid in here anyways, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal bringing this back. The shovel was a groundbreaking invention. Here we go with the jokes again. Wow. Alright, so yeah, we'll bring this straight on down. I guess what I'll do is I will continue that batter inside here. I think that only makes sense to have the batter continue. And then we'll go ahead and take all of that out as well. And then I guess fill this in with some dirt because, well, it just needs to be done. There we go. I guess we should actually maybe take a little bit of that out. Fill this in with some water, you know, like that. Can you put my shoes on? No, I don't think it'll fit me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am really starting to wonder now there, Vemmerpru, are you a dad? Is this where these are coming from? Oh, goodness. Alright, so I guess what we'll do is just go ahead and solidify all this in here. I think that's probably deep enough, just 2 blocks deep. That's really all we need to do. And then I guess what I'll do is just grab a little bit of this. And we'll just follow that all the way around. Like that. Obviously, I'm going to have to grab a bunch more. But yeah, there's not going to be anything like access-wise down here. This is all just going to be moat underneath the drawbridge. Just a moat. Or should I say just the moat. Alright, so yeah, I need to go grab me some more blocks there. But for right now, let's go ahead and, well, I guess we can't do that right now. I need to figure out how to get back up in my castle. That is the question. Oh, look at this! See? I still have a brain. Let's get back up here somewhere. There we go. Alright, so what do I need? I need some clays. I'll put that obsidian away, because I don't need that. And some other miscellaneous things I need to put away. I'll put you away. What else do I need to put away? Some string. Some string in there. I got some spruce buttons that I'm not going to use. Put the muta flag in there. Some signs. Got some sand. Sandstone. Alright, so yeah, let's grab some concrete. I need 64 of that, 64 of that. And then obviously we need a lot of half slabs. There we go. Alright, I think that's all. Oh, one more thing we need. We need stair blocks, which we don't. Oh, look, 64. Good. But yeah, so little by little, Faerchester will make progression. Or will progress. We just gotta sort out all of the miscellaneous things that, well, need to be sorted out. And I like to get wrecked here too. Need to end the year. See, Rex, you are the only one that cheers. Like, nobody. Well, okay, there's a few other people. Obviously, Johan and Saltheart have cheered. Yeah, it's not a very cheery stream, man. No, but seriously, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. But anyways, yeah, so let's get this down here all sorted out. Need to end the year. Need to end the year number 1. Oh, I see what you did there. I got you. But yeah, Johan yesterday actually was like, oh, that cheeky bastard's trying to surpass me. So now he's going to see that you surpassed him, and he's going to be like, oh, no, this can't be. Hey, I don't mind. I really don't mind. You guys can cheer up a storm for all I care. Oh, yeah, you'll hear no complaints from Dukonia. No, but seriously. Alright, so we can get this all sorted out here. I'm going to bring, I guess, a little bit of cobble down. Like that. And then, obviously, we need to... Actually, what I'm going to do in here... Well, no, we can't do that yet. Alright, let's go ahead and pop some of this in there. Hey there, Octoa. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright. Continue this around like so. No! Come on. Alright, this will make life so much easier. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Boop! Now look at this. See, I just need to use this thing on my head. It's called a brain. And sometimes I forget about it. I forget it's there. And it's, yeah, I gotta remember sometimes. So anyways, there we go. Now we've remembered. And now we can start placing in some blocks and we'll be just fine. Look at that. So beautiful. I'm fine. It's good with you. What are you working on? I am working on Faerchester currently. I'm working on the front gatehouse. Survival, by the way. I'll give you a quick little idea of this here real soon. I'm just gonna finish what I'm doing here real quick. I still need to do all that, so let's do this before I move on. Does Jamsy Boy still play Minecraft? Do you know? He does not. No, he is not inspired to do Minecraft anymore. I do add bits, so I won't put up much of a competition. I do add bits, so I won't put up much of a Ah, gotcha. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pop all these out of there real fast. And then I'll come back in with some of that, well, I just destroyed what I was planning on doing. But let's just do this, so that way I can have access to everything. There we go. See, this is the reason why I did all that I did. Like, I did all the foundations, and now I'm doing all the next layers. So it really, no! Doing it layer by layer has been a really efficient method for me, at least, in building this. So I've really been enjoying that process. So it's been good times here. Faerchester is definitely making a little bit of progress here and there. Is Thomas still here? I don't know. Let's see. Anyone else in chat? No. But yeah, let me give you a quick little look at what we're doing here. Just give me 1 second. I will be showing that here soon. I'll put that up there and that down there. And I guess I'll just fill the rest of this in with some of that. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, and pop. Okay. And then I'll obviously have to really go around and put in a lot more detail eventually. But right now, I'm just going to focus on doing what we're doing here. Okay, so I need to get back up here. And I need to continue that platform across. So that ought to be fun. There's Thomas. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. I think that's really... Well, actually, I could go a little bit farther. Maybe I could go maybe 10 blocks. Make this drawbridge a little bit longer. I think that would maybe even make sense, possibly. Well, having to lurk up on my work laptop, but driving home now. If I see you before the end of the year, Happy New Year. All right, Wrecked, thank you for stopping by. Always great to see you. I'll see you on the next one, or even when you get home. But yeah, I may go 2 more out. Should I go 2 more out, or should I not? I think we'll be fine. I'm just going to stick it with 8 blocks, and I'm just going to extend this out more. So we're just going to extend this bad boy out to there. Obviously, I'm going to have to do a little bit of re-terraforming underwater here. But that is for a later date. Well, I guess even now that's fine. Just throwing some dirt. I'm not going to add a batter around this part, though. This part, I'm just going to build straight up and be done with it. I don't think you really need a batter for a platform this small. It just sounds like a counterintuitive thing to do. All right, but I do need to get up here. Sometimes, guys. Sometimes the whole, like... Oh, Dukon's getting very upset. Okay, let's get back inside. Let's get back inside. There we go. Finally, something's working out my way. We'll get down here and continue. Hey there, Artemisia. How you doing? Oh, by the way, Arcto, I still need to show you what we're doing. By the way, Arcto, do you have any idea what Dukonia's Rising is? Or are you completely new to what I'm doing here right now? Because I'm not sure if you've actually been keeping up with my series or not. And if you haven't, then this will definitely be something different from you. Alzatar, okay. I'd like to know. Sure, I'll show you soon. But we're doing a quad-angular castle. I'll go ahead and show you guys now. So what I am working on is a quad-angular castle. Obviously, it doesn't look very good from flying, so we'll go down to ground level so we can enjoy the size completely. It'll look great once it's finished on the top, but right now it's very vague. Like a big day, but I haven't had much time to watch recently. I understand, man. But it's very inspired off of Bogium Castle. As you can see, we got a nice little causeway here, and it leads into a grand 4-range tower castle there. And then it's pretty much just one big solid lump of stone, but it does have a very solid defensive design. So that actually, I will extend that drawbridge more. Or maybe not. No, I won't. I'm so back and forth on some things that I am trying to think of. But yeah, this here will be the style of Faerchester. As you can see, we got a lot of stone brick in there. And a lot of brick, of course. And then you come into here, you got lots of murder holes, you got swing gates, and a portcullis here. That really makes for a pretty efficiently sturdy and defensive design there. Very purposeful arrow slits, by the way. You can get some really good shots off down on that platform and such leading into Faerchester there. Leading up to the top here, you got this nice little arrow slit as well. Love that. And then, of course, out here on the parapets, shoot down. Got a nice little range of fire there. Same thing with here, but the Barbican's main purpose is not to shoot like this way. Like, the Barbican's only purpose is to defend this little area right here. You know, that's all it needs to shoot at. This is, I have Infinity, Skyboys. Yes, I do remember your name. But yeah, so this has been the purpose, or, you know, what I've been doing. Very low fortifications on the back here. Obviously, you don't want to defend the back side of the castle. I'm going back on my decision again. I'm thinking about extending this 2 blocks. I feel like I should just do it. Just do it, Dukonia. Just do it. Stop going back and forth on it. Just do it. This is where we need that Shia LaBeouf thing going on in chat. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. All right, there we go. I got some spruce, and we're gonna do it. But yeah, it's coming along. It's a slow process for sure, but it's coming along very nicely. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 more blocks. Bam. Done. All right. Now I'm happy. The Sand Sundertail. The Sand Sundertail. Thank you for that follow, and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. And then we're going to go ahead and bust this back 2 blocks because obviously we don't need that anymore. I got a, well, Tarago set me up a conduit. So that's what, the conduit right down there. Makes for a nice little addition here. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that all the way around, add in a few more of these things. Also, I want to fill all that up. I'm not going to really worry about making that cobble. I'm just going to fill it up. Very good. And we'll just continue going up like so. No! Bad, Dukonia. Bad! I think that's probably as high as I want to go with that stuff. And then we can just continue the rest with this. And then all the rest will be this right here. Would that be solid stone in real life, or would they fill it with dirt? They would probably mix it with dirt or like gravel and stuff. Now, all of underneath this is solid cobble. All of underneath the platform is solid cobble. Everything, like the curtain walls, are solid cobble. I've got solid everything all the way around the castle. It's just, obviously, here that I don't have solid cobble. Also, I did want to extend this platform here originally. And so I'm glad that that got factored in. There we go, and I need some stair blocks here. Boopity 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 boop. And now I need some of that stuff. I watched some of the World Tour video you put up yesterday. There are some great builds coming along on the server, that's for sure. There's a lot of people working together and making some great stuff. That's what's really inspiring about this server, for sure. It's great to see the progress. I need some... actually, I have a... Here we go. It's in one of these. Andesite and polished andesite. Alright, now I got everything I need. That's the fun thing about building, is like I gotta bring shulker boxes of all the materials I need for building with me. Because in Conquest, like, it's not really one general material that you need. You need a bunch of materials. That's the only way to build. Okay. I need more of that now. But I'm not going to worry about that. That's like extra details that I'm not going to really, I'm not going to worry about that right now. We got a nice long drawbridge. Very happy about that. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to have to fix that. Here, I'm just going to do this. I've needed to do that anyways for a while there. I will have to finish under here at some point, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I consider that kind of a tertiary thing, at least for stream building. Good old survival chest everywhere filled with random stuff. Well, not necessarily. I'm a pretty efficient survivaler. Or, you know, I organize my stuff pretty well. Like this is like enchanted books and like valuable stuff that I have. This is kind of random, but like this is kind of like extra shulker boxes that I have and things. Obviously concrete in there. I got some extra wood in there. Flowers and dyes and leaves, saplings and things. These chests used to be all stone, but I've used all that. I got granite in these 2 chests, andesite in those 2, diorite in those 2. You know, I do have a pretty, I have a pretty organized system. Like I have a whole bunch of dark oak in there. I was meaning to fill this completely up with oak. I do have a good bit of oak, actually. Where is that? Actually, that's actually not too much oak. Oh well. I thought I had more than that. Anyways. Yeah, and I got a lot of terracottas and things. But yeah, I try to keep things organized. Been a long time. Don't think I've ever been able to tune into your stream since you were working on Hedgefordshire. Been keeping up with your work on YouTube. Always inspiring. Hope all is well has been. Congrats on bringing the little one Dukonia in the world. Best wishes moving forward into the new year. Skullage, wow. Thank you so much for that. And it's great to see you. Always great. It's always great to see comments like that. People that are uplifted and inspired and very encouraging. So I love to see comments like that. But yeah, thank you and welcome. Hope that you are having a fantastic new year yourself. Or maybe it's not even the new year for you. It's not the new year for me yet. I still got a little ways to go. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is like a kill box on steroids right here. Oh, wow, this is gonna be great. And this is gonna be like 2 portcullises in here, maybe 1 or 2 swing gates, kind of like Lumiere, maybe. Even though you were streaming. Sorry for needing. No problem, man, no problem. You're probably trying to chat with me on the server too. I apologize that I wasn't responding. But good to see you there, Thomas. 10 out of 10 would get my skull crushed by a rock walking through that. All right, I need to inspire myself for something right now, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I got to do grindy work. What grindy work do I want? This is the options that I need to do, guys. I need to pallet the outside. I need to mix in this brown concrete up into the brick. That's one job I need to do. Another job that I need to do is put the fortifications along the top, but I'm not sure if that's quite a good idea to put in quite yet, but I could do that. So I got fortifications at the top, concrete at the bottom. What else is there that I could do? What else? I guess I could design the courtyard. Could put in like the little paths and things for that. Figure out floor heights. Oh yeah, figure out floor heights. That's a great idea. I could do that. That's a great idea. Viscamen, that's perfect. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure out floor heights. So I need to go throw all my stuff away. Layout inside. All right. So I'm gonna need like 1 billion torches for this. Whew, man, it's gonna be great. Wanted to play Conquest 1.12. Logged my version. I'm freaked out for a minute. All right, let me go ahead and throw in my extra concrete here. So this is where the fun of survival gets, is if you have a cluttered inventory and you gotta move in between something else, you need to put all your stuff away. So that's always fun, isn't it? I'm just gonna throw in all my cobble and things in here. Obviously, I'm gonna need a ton of dirt. I think that's what I'm going. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Throw you in there. I need to throw my brick away too. But yeah, the layout, that is going to be fun. See, the thing is I don't know. I haven't done too much research yet for the interior layout, but I guess I could just do floor heights. But then again, there might be variation in floor heights even, so it may be worth me considering... No, I don't know about that. I do got a lot more brick, by the way. I got 4 more double chests of brick. What is he doing? Okay, yeah, I need to put my spruce wood away. Inventory management is the worst part of survival for me. It's only going to get worse when as new blocks. But yeah, new blocks means new detail possibilities, so there's always a positive. Alright, so I need some dirt. I don't want too much dirt though. And then I'm going to probably use up all of my oak wood. Yeah, I'm going to use up all of my oak wood, really. Just for floors. Now, why am I doing it this way? I could have just... so clunky. There we go. So clunky. I don't have enough inventory space for all that, so we'll just start with that. Need more oak. Yes, I need a lot more oak, but I don't want to take your oak, Thomas. I'd hate to do that. I know you've been deforesting a forest, and you are going to probably need that yourself, so I don't want to steal your oak. What was I going to do? Okay, I need to put in the floor here, and that's going to be up here. See, another cool thing is there's going to be like little arrow slits along this gate piece here, and then I can shoot down into there. So that'll be another defensive design to keep out to the enemy. Now, I know I try to keep this relatively... Actually, no, this is actually going to be a wall. What am I doing? This is a wall. It is a wall, Dukonia. A wall! Another thing is that's a wall, too. So I need to really plan this out. See, I'm going to use dirt for now, and then I'll remove it later, because I got to fill all of the negative space with something. I haven't decided on it. Okay, yeah, jungle wood. I know you have a ton of that, and I will accept jungle wood, but I know you said you only had a double chest of what was it, oak wood, and I don't want to steal that from you. Okay. I think I will just go ahead and do this. I'll just follow the same design all the way up, and if I decide I want to put variation in it later on, like in floor heights and things, I will do that later. But for right now, I think we're just going to stick to a relatively, you know, just follow the pattern. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Otherwise, things might get a little bit too confusing. Because especially, I haven't really given too much thought to this yet. I haven't really thought about what I want to do with, because I know like main structure interiors, like I know that's going to be the chapel. I know that's going to be, like, I know what each building's going to be, but like stuff like this is negative space for me. I haven't decided on what I want to do with stuff like that yet. So eventually I'll figure something out. It's just hasn't been on the priority list yet. Wait, that's supposed to be all dirt too, because this is all a wall. Because this is actually a too thick wall here. So I gotta make sure that I always take that into account. Let me go ahead and put this in really quick. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna be needing so much wood. So much of everything. And that is no overestimation. That is the truth. I'm going to need so much resources. And you know, even some of these floors I may even keep as just being oak. Let's see, why not? Because I mean, oak is a pretty good texture. It's not terrible. I'm also going to need to grab me some stone. And I guess I'll keep stuff like this so that I can actually navigate through here for now. Also, since this is a little, the ratio of this castle is a little bit bigger than what it like is in real, actually probably a good bit bigger than what it is in real life, so I need to consider that. Because obviously when you're building with blocks, it's a little bit more difficult to condense things. But at the same time, I don't mind. Okay, so yeah, I'll make the floor height all the way along here. We'll go up and do the next floor, etc. And I'm gonna have to really, I'm gonna have to do some research on this one of these days. One of these days. All right, let's get back in here really quick. See, it's like places like this. I have no clue what I'm gonna do with that. We'll see. Like, I don't even know if it's necessary for me to follow the wall designs anymore. Once I get above the stone layer, but then again, they're always in the stone layer, so whatever. I'll just keep following it. I'm doing fantastic there, Covialas. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, man, we have gotten a lot of progress done today. I've made all the heights of the walls around Faerchester, so we got a great idea now of what this castle is going to look like. It's definitely taken a while to get it to where it is right now, but we made it. Made it. We're making it. Definitely haven't made it. And thank you there, Co-Violas. Are you thinking of having a big loop around the castle with doors? A big loop around the castle with doors. It's all going to be individual, like, rooms and things. Now, it's not going to be a big loop. No, no. If what I'm thinking of what you're saying is... No. It's not going to be a big loop with doors. Everything is going to be partitioned and actually... like, it's not going to be just, like, all the way around, just, like, a flat, plain, big open rooms. That's not what it's going to be. This is just still basic design stage that we're in right now. There is still going to be design variation, all kinds of neat things to be added later on. But yeah, it's not going to be flat and boring. That's for sure. That's not how Dukon builds. Dukon has a, you know, I would like to consider my sense of design a little bit more advanced than that. Oh, wait. I think I'm supposed to go one more than this, am I? Let me check. Oh, no, that's right. This is right. Yeah, this is right. Okay, good. Because, okay, the reason why I was double guessing myself, the actual ground level in here is going to be here. And I want the ground floor of Faerchester to be one block above that, as to not, you know, not to flood. Like maybe if somehow water gets trapped in the courtyard, it doesn't flood into the ground floor. Like it'll make flood into the vaults underneath, but yeah. Okay, I answered my questions. Justify. Yeah, I've seen Lumiere. Okay. Just have a fun little question. Have you ever tried making a modern type build? I've made a futuristic build before, but I have not made anything like what you would consider modern day. Stuff like that, it doesn't do anything for me. I have no interest in doing modern style. It just doesn't do anything for me. I may even make the chapel floor into a really ornate stone design, because I feel like that would make a lot more sense for in here. I mean, it honestly makes complete sense that I could even make all of this into stone, because it is all vaults underneath, and vaulted ceilings allow for stone floors, so that may be what I end up doing. Just for right now, I'm using oak wood so that we have a strong, you know, we can get the floors set out and everything. But it's all going to be a major process, so just keep that in mind, guys. This is all a huge process that I'm going through, and it's like a step-by-step type deal. It's just gonna take me some time to sort out the details and everything. So we'll get there, but it'll be slow. Okay, very good. And then I'll go ahead and fill this floor in. Well, actually, we still need to fill in the inner wall of this. See, all of the walls are or 4 thick. Well, the exterior walls are 4 blocks thick. The interior walls are 2 blocks thick. I don't want there to be any like 1 block thick walls in any major partitions, because I really like to have like one type of wallpaper on one side and another type of wallpaper on the other side. Yeah, man, Vince Vept is an absolutely incredible artist. I love his stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. Now, I do think maybe I should even put a central wall in this. No, we're going to save that space. Oh, wow, I forgot to do chimneys yet. Okay, we gotta, once I get this floor figured out, I really need to design chimneys into this build. That is a huge part that needs to be done at some point. So we'll get into designing that here eventually. But yeah, I definitely need a lot of chimneys. Like, for example, the chapel needs a chimney. The barracks probably needs... Yeah, barracks just needs one chimney. I don't know if I'll have a chimney in this portion. The guest residence will probably need like 2 or 3 chimneys. So it's just, I need to consider that because everyone wants to be warm. Drizzy the God, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Also, another thing I need to consider is it's kind of important to have a lot of firewood, especially if you have a lot of chimneys. And so therefore, I am probably going to have a pretty significant firewood storage somewhere around here. So I'll need to really consider that as I continue. Get some proper firewood storage in here. Modern day has no style. Like a year 6th century kid. But yeah, it's not that technically blockhead. It's just, well, I mean, maybe, but I'm just not like interested in it. It does not interest me. I don't know how many times I gotta say that, or how many times I'm gonna say that again. Is this just one of those things? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that to there. And the rest I'll just fill up with oak slabs because that is all floor here. Also, there will probably be like stairs every now and then. Like, stairs would not only be in towers, but you wouldn't have stairs going all the way up the castle. One of the main points of defense is a castle's stairs would be strategically positioned so that the attackers couldn't just use one stair to access the whole castle. There would be partitions and whatnot to try to confuse the attackers so that the defenders have a better chance at, well, you know, defending. And so, like, for example, I was making a castle called Trim Castle at one time, and they have there's only one stair, there's two stair towers, and there's like you know, multiple floors, but they're all partitioned like really in a weird manner. And the only way to like access the chapel is by one of the stair towers. Like, you can only get to the chapel by one of the stair towers, and none of the other floors were actually able to have access to it. There's other examples like that. Like, you can't just you know, get to a certain level just by, you know, walking up one stair. And so I'm going to do a similar thing with this, where it's going to be really confusing to access the castle through, because you know, you just want to try to maximize the defense ratio. And that is what we are going to do. Make it very defensive. Very defensive, yet very comfortable at the same time. So, I mean, stairs will be strategically placed and conveniently placed, but they will also have the strategic importance of the castle in mind while I am doing them or designing them. How many floors will there be? Right now, it's looking like there's going to be 2 main floors. They're going to be really tall floors, so I can maximize details And then there's going to be... One second. And then there's going to be, obviously, like an attic type space as well where the roof is. And I'll probably use that for like more of the servants' bedding and things. This here that I'm on right now is the guest housing. So this will be like grand, couple, maybe 3 grand rooms, and then one sort of like open lobby area where they could all sit, maybe some bookshelves and things. This is the chapel. This whole building is going to be the chapel, so it's going to be a pretty tall, very grand chapel here. This over here is going to be the barracks and possibly dungeon underneath. Still need to work on that. So will there be houses or something similar on the roof? No, not on the roof. That is actually a very impractical defensive design. It's going to be more of a defensive castle. Everything living residents will be inside the castle. There will be windows, like small windows and such on the outside walls, but that's not going to be the main thing. Anyways, this right here is the Great Hall. There are going to be some big tables in here and great big windows facing to the inside of the courtyard. So right about now, at this time of day, would be a great time to look through those windows because of the where the sun is at. This right here is going to be like the kitchen area that I'm in right now. And then this right here is going to be the the Duke's residence. So it's going to be a very grand area, big grand library. I'm going to have all kinds of crazy stuff in here, so looking forward to that. But it's not going to really have any super crazy, fancy like exterior designs like on Lumiere. Lumiere is like over the top fantasy, not very strategic and not much of a castle. It's more of just a nice little mansion, whereas what I'm doing now is more of a castle design, something that is defensive and is not meant to be, well, yeah, it would be much harder for an enemy to take. It came pretty good there, Outcast Rue. We got the overall just shape of it done. It's basically rough outline stage. Right now, I'm just filling in some floors, so there's really nothing too exciting going on. Like, you got to get through this grindy stuff to get through the good stuff, so. But, yeah, the Gatehouse is definitely coming along. It's just going to require a lot more work, of course, until I am actually at a satisfactory point. Compared to real life, I'll be interested to see what you do with the roof. Oh, well, the roof isn't going to be a big deal at all. Actually, what I have planned is going to look great. You're going to hardly be able to see it from the outside. The reason for that is the design of this castle is to have high fortifications and low-cut roof. Now, the reason for that is because typically when you are sieging a castle with catapults or trebuchets, or any type of fire, you always aim for the roofs because that's the weak point of a castle. You know, it's just wooden structure. Whereas the walls are solid stone. You hit that, your projectile's going to make just like a little dent, maybe crumble the stone, but it's not going to really do much. But if it hits the wooden roof, it'll catch fire or whatever. But the design of this is so that the roof is kind of low. So when your projectile is shot towards the castle and it's aimed at the roof, it has a better chance of going straight over the roof than actually hitting it because it's underneath the fortifications almost. But I mean, a little bit's going to be poking up, but not too much. What was I even down here for? I guess I could grab some more dirt and wood slabs while I'm this way. Alright, so I need some more woodies. Give me some woodies. Oh, look at that. I got a lot of oak slabs in there. And then I need some more dirt as well. So I'll go ahead and do that. Just fill up in wood there and throw those 2 planks in there to maximize space. And then I do want to grab me some more dirt. There we go. What was the music artist you guys were just talking about? This is Vinsvept that we're listening to right now. Fantastic artist. Love him to bits. All of this music we're listening to is Vinsvept. Now, I know how boring this looks right now, guys, but just trust me on this. It's not going to look boring when it's done. Not in any shape or sense of the word. It's going to be a very, like, every bit of this castle is going to be unique and interesting around every corner that you walk in the interior. It's a pretty, like, it's going to be pretty standardized design, but it's definitely not going to be, yeah, I'm sure you guys can imagine the style that I build and what the expectations are. It's because they don't have superior siege engine. Like a thing like a device like the mortar. When the mortar was created, that revolutionized siege or sieging, because if you could shoot that thing correctly, you could literally shoot straight up in the air, and it would come right back down, right in the middle of the courtyard. So like all of the practical design of this courtyard, you see how it's so like, it just feels like no matter, like, if there's just a catapult or a trebuchet firing into this castle, it's a very the unlikelihood of a projectile reaching into this courtyard, like, it's very unlikely. Super unlikely. But with a mortar, it could just shoot up straight up in the air and come straight back down. And that's what made it an incredible. You barricaded the dirt stairs? Crap, I need to get back up there. There we go. I barricaded the dirt stairs. I did I? I did. We're good. We're good. We are just fine. So, now the reason why this here is partitioned, I designed it to be partitioned. So like this, both of these squares are the Lord's residence, but I partitioned it so that I could maximize detail on the interior. Not only that, but also for such a large structure, it makes sense to have a mid-wall, because if you didn't have a mid-wall for a room this big, there would be a higher possibility that the walls would collapse in on themselves. So basically, that mid-wall ties this wall and that wall together and creates a like a glue almost. And it like if you look in any medieval keep or whatever, I forget what it's called. It's a mid-wall, support wall. I forget what it's called, but there's a very specific name for mid-walls like that. You barricade the dirt stairs. What wall stone did you pick? Very nice. Oh, this is brick that we're using. And as far as the interior design, like, I'm going to be using such a such a diversity of different materials that there's really no general material for the interior. Like, I'm going to be using all types of wallpapers and all kinds of stuff. Gatey, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Great to see you. It's not going to be straight brick. I'm not sure if you saw the front, but the brick is just a placeholder so that I can put in the more neat stuff. Like, for example, you can see here, it's going to be as detailed as this. It's going to be like that. You know, you're going to have the brick, and they're going to have stone brick pieces in there as well. It's going to look very, it's going to have a nice contrast. Genova, how you doing, man? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Does the moose greenery and the brick bother you at all, or do you like it for this build? Does the moss greenery... Oh, no, it doesn't bother me very much. It doesn't bother me. It'll work. I don't really have too much of a problem. I don't notice it all that much, actually. And wherever I put the brick, it makes... I mean, it doesn't make sense necessarily, but... I mean, it does. It's not bothersome. If you need help with desks and stuff like that, I made a lot of designs by myself. Oh, nice. Not much thought. You have put too much thought into this castle. Well, it's a very calculated castle, Skyboy. I don't like building just, you know, out of the box anymore. Like, just randomly building something and then just hoping it turns out okay. I much prefer a more calculated building style, so that way I don't go way off tangent and end up with crying again. Having a solid design of a castle just really helps with that crap. Oh no, this is the 3. Okay, this is a 3 wall, so that makes sense. So yeah, this wall is 3 thick, so that's why I had to do that. But I think it's a perfectly reasonable thing to really think about what you're doing and end up with something really cool. So that's what we're doing here. Is I'm really trying to think about what I'm building and design it accordingly, and make something hopefully inspiring. Hopefully some of you will be inspired to make some English castles at some point. Calculated is right. If you need help with desk and stuff, nice, looks great. But yeah, guys, it's crazy. New Year's is almost there. 2019. Whew, man. I mean, if... yeah, 2018 just flew by for me. Especially working at a job where it's just like, you know, you wake up early and not necessarily come home late, but still, you know, the long days at work is just... It really starts grinding on one. And... it's so easy to just like get into this like mentality of like, oh my gosh, like time is just flying by. But anyways, yeah, time just flies by for me. I was like a drawing 8, so this is a big moment for me. Big moment. Well, here we go. We got a 9 coming right up. Oh gosh. I do like how tall I have this whole area though. Like, you know, each floor is a very good height. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that we have some solid height to the floors and everything. I still need to design the barbican on the backside here. I haven't gotten around to that yet. I'll probably do that a little bit later though. I'll probably do that on my own. When it comes to coming up with kind of complicated designs, I prefer not to do that on stream. I end up rushing things on stream, and it doesn't turn out as nice as it could have if I had taken a little bit more time calculating designs and just thinking about it. Because to think about it, like I got to like stand here literally just kind of doing nothing, like looking through inspiration, and obviously you guys don't want to be watching me, watching a brick wall while I'm looking through inspiration, or maybe not even, you know, watch me looking through inspiration, but still, I prefer to do more complicated things on my own. It just, yeah, it's just a better method of building in my opinion. But yeah, this castle is definitely making some leaps and strides forward here. But like I said, guys, I'm going back to work here next week, so progress is going to slow down. But I don't think it's going to stop because, I mean, as of late, I've been so inspired for this. I haven't met, like, usually what stops me in a project is I meet a roadblock. I haven't met any roadblocks on this project yet. And also things like my fellow Dukonians helping me on like some of the more grindy things has just been like, oh my gosh, such a huge inspiration for me. Like digging the moat and filling in the curtain walls, like that in itself. Like there's been a couple Dukonians, Thomas, Aquotis, Tarago. They've been helping me with doing that kind of stuff, and it's just so great, it really is. But all in good time. I think what I'll, well, no, I guess I'll do the floor above this as well. See, the thing is I don't want to fill in the walls quite yet. I'll do the main walls. No. I'm gonna do the walls all the way up. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. The reason why is it just makes sense that there would be stone wall partitions like this all the way up. Like it's like little tie pieces throughout the whole castle. I have a lot of problems with motivation. Sometimes I start a project and then I kind of just want to do something else, and I just procrastinate and never finish the project. Hey man, I know all about that. It's just I haven't met that demotivation spurt yet. I'm still very motivated for my projects. So, Ice Wallow, welcome to the stream. That is a great name, but great. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for that follow. I can't understand that. My issue is chronic indecision more than lack of motivation. Yeah, and see, it's even very apparent from me, like, you know, trying to figure out that drawbridge design. Like, I couldn't figure out for the longest time, like, do I want to make it 8 blocks or do I want to make it 10 blocks? And I kept going back and forth, and I'm just like, just do it 8 blocks. I'm just going to do it 8 blocks. Just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I got to do it. And so I did it. And so there we go. Now we have an 10 block long drawbridge. And I'm glad for it. Who else flying buildings gang? Who else flying buildings gang? Oh, creative. Funny. Why not 9 in the middle? Why not 9 in the middle? 9 in the middle. Are you talking about the drawbridge, Genova? Am I understanding you correctly? But I did a 10 block long drawbridge because I don't know, just want to do 10 block long drawbridge. Can I do a 10 block long drawbridge, Genova? Will you allow me? Yeah, if you can't decide between 8 and 10. Well, no, I decided to do a 10 block. But it was a decision process for me. But I did want that extra length. I'll show you why, if you're still around when I actually get back to that part of the castle. If I remember to show you, that is. But yeah, this here, the Great Hall, I'm super excited for this chamber. This is going to be so grand. It's going to be a little bit like Lumiere's Great Hall. I may do something a lot more grand with the ceiling, though. I'm thinking about maybe using like gold and maybe diamond blocks and things of that nature, and just like really going all out with the ceiling, like really showing the grandeur of the wealth of Faerchester. I like making rich castles. I really like Lumiere's church. Yeah, I have to say Lumiere's church is probably my favorite part of Lumiere. Chapel, justify. Yeah, if you can decide between 8 and 10. But yeah, the Chapel of Faerchester, I don't plan on it being as grand as the Lumiere Chapel. The Lumiere Chapel definitely has, or is going to be a far more grand chapel than what we're going to do here. Obviously, I mean, since that's on Conquest Reforged, can't quite do Conquest Reforged level details here on Vanilla. You know, I've always preferred chocolate over vanilla. Chocolate ice cream over vanilla ice cream. But in this case, we're gonna go vanilla. We're gonna consider Conquest Reforged the chocolate. We're gonna consider vanilla. Well, vanilla. So sometimes I do like vanilla ice cream. I am so okay. Well, I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope. Does Lumiere have a church too? Yes, it does. It's in the it's right by the Lord's residence on the back. It's between the Lord's residence and the feast hall. It's kind of hidden away. Like, it's kind of a complicated way to get there, so if you have actually explored through there, you probably missed it. Jeripe, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. But from the outside, it's pretty clear. It has an apse on it. It's the only apse in Lumiere. And typically, when you see an apse, I always think of a, you know, a structure that is to a deity. Oh, so it's a chapel. I thought she built an additional separate church. No church. Just chapel. But yeah, it's going to be nice having 3 thick walls here. We'll have the windows in the middle and then a design on the outside and a design on the inside will make for some really fancy windows. What's the different size? Not necessarily. It's more of the style. The style of Lumiere is a far more extravagant and artsy-fartsy type deal, whereas what I'm doing here is more like it's going to be nice on the inside, but it's not going to be stylized so, what do you call it? It's not going to be so fragile looking. It's going to be more sturdy looking as a fortress's. Okay, now this is a question I have for you guys. Would you consider this a castle or would you consider it a fortress? A fortress, like a castle, is more of a home. Well, I guess this is more of a home in general. So yeah, I guess this is a castle. But it could also be considered a fortress, I would say, because of its defense. You know, the defensibility posture of this castle is quite, you know, it has a quite sturdy defensive capabilities. And I'm out of oak again. If you live in it, it's a castle. Okay, then there we go. It's settled. This is a castle. Castle Faerchester. All right, I need some more oak. I need some oak. Man, I'm gonna need so much more oak. This is cray, guys. This is cray. All right, I'm out of oak there. And there we go. I got a little bit more oak here. And I do have more oak in one of my, what do you call it? One of my shulker boxes. Flex Clutch, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. There we go. It's a very defended castle, yes. A subordinate or private place of worship, such as a place of worship serving a resident institution, a small house of worship usually associated with a room or recess in the church. Small religious services. Okay, I got you. If you live in it, it's a castle. Okay, it's a very defended castle. All right, what do I need? I need more dirt. I'm gonna need a lot of dirt here soon. I'm gonna be building up all the walls with dirt. Dirt is my placeholder block until I actually get my pallet blocks put in here. But oh man, this is just the way that this is designed is so, it's almost perfect. Like the level of this up here is so like perfect for arrow slits to shoot down from the side and into the yeah, this coming up here. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Gatehouse is gonna look great too. If the lore of Lumiere doesn't have a bigger church temple around it, it could be a church, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, Genova. I literally just made it as a religious structure. I don't really, I didn't put much thought into it, to be honest. It's just a religious structure. As far as outside Lumiere, the idea is that the village underneath Lumiere is actually a town that expands outside the plot. So you could say there might be a church in that village or in that town. I hope someone sleeps. Is there anyone on the server? Yes, there is. There's a few people on the server. It's always nice. Official Fidget, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Well, it's been nice lurking and watching, but I have to go. Have a nice night, everyone. Lavi, it's been so great seeing you. Have a great night. I hope to see you back on future streams. And yeah, have a happy new year, my man. Why did you put the extra A? Why did I put the extra A? The extra A. Extra A in what? Okay, are you talking to me? But a religious building connected to the rest of the private castle seems unlikely to be the main church. It's not. Why did I put the... Oh, why did I put the extra A? Okay. Sorry, I misread you. Alright, get that all the way across there. And the same thing there. That's always fun. Being in the middle of your castle and then having a random zombie come up to you. I am so glad creeper damage is off. And just imagine how terrible that would be. Probably spelling criticism wrong too. Criticism. Ah, poor Genova. Poor Genova. Man, you just got burned. Classy Cal, great to see you. Yes, I am back. Doing some Faerchester here today. Working on doing some floor layouts right now. I'm just doing very, very basic layout right now. This is literally not what the castle is going to look like. It is just getting the floor level set. And obviously there's going to be a lot more variation than this in the future. I will be doing a lot of different stuff to this, so what you see now is not what Faerchester will be. This is merely a very basic plan. Burning myself. Poor Genova. By the way, Genova, I did look up the artist you suggested. I have actually heard their music a lot before. I just never realized it. You watch those epic music compilation videos, and anyways, I've always really liked his music, but I don't know if I'll be able to use that in videos. A lot of it's more on the eerie, dark side, and a lot of the videos and atmosphere that I go for is more on the cheery and sometimes epic side, depending on if I make a time lapse or something. But I don't know if I'll be able to use his music or not. So 6 minutes for me till the next year. Nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw down some torches. I need to make a ton of torches. Sweden. Swedish fish. My poor father-in-law accidentally lost a crown on Christmas Day. He was eating some Swedish fish, and yeah, the the poor guy lost his crown. So anyways, he had to go to the dentist and get that replaced. Yeah, for me, we're still going on about 6 more hours till it's New Year's. Alright. I'm looking forward to actually filling in that Great Hall there. What's a crown? It's like a cap for a tooth. So, sometimes, well, especially in today's society, if you eat a lot of sugar and you don't take proper care of your teeth, what happens is the top of your molars start to rot. And so what dentists do is they remove the rotted portion of the tooth, and then they replace it with some kind of cast or something, and it sticks onto the tooth as a metal plate, yeah, and then it basically acts as your tooth. But sometimes the adhesive doesn't work as well as it should and ends up coming out. No fun. No fun. This is just CUDA 5.0.4 shaders there, Vimeo Pro. It's just light shaders. It's not made for 1.13. This is made for 1.7 Minecraft. This is a really old shader I'm using. I couldn't find a download for it, so you can just do !shaders here on the chat, and you'll find a download for it. I just can't handle my swag. Thank you for that follow. And welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. But yeah, now you guys can start to see the size or the you know, the intent of this castle. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to dirt that layer, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to use some dirt here. I'm going to go all the way up. Like that, and like you and you. Wait, is that right? Yes, it is. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. All right. So I'm going to do this all the way around. Now, the reason why I'm using dirt for this is because this is a skin block for the interior. So I will be busting into this for replacing with some kind of skin block at some point. Meaning like plaster or, I don't know, something like that. And obviously dirt is much easier to remove than really any other block. So we'll do that. Boop, boop, boop. And also, this will give us a much better idea of what we have to work with. Like, it'll solidify. Like, look at that. Now we got ourselves a solid tower there. And it looks pretty solid, too. So I like that. And we'll do the same thing with these towers as well. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. But I still need to update that shaders again because my main shader I use now is actually Silder's Vibrant 1.18 high. Really like that shader, really do. But it looks terrible in rain. You can barely see, especially when I am making videos and such. So that's why I'm not showing that right now. And yeah, I'm just going to skip the whole obsidian thing. I feel bad for saying that, but I'm going to do it. I will, however, make that into stone. I'm going to make all of the walls into stone, like the actual defensive walls into stone. I will not be swayed from that, but I will be swayed from my original idea of making it all into obsidian. I just, weighing the worth of doing that, it just would take too much time. And I would end up getting less done with the time that I have. So it's definitely more efficient for me to push to get things like this, you know, done quicker. Any tips for small keeps? Do you have any good vids for any? Ooh, small keeps. I do have some videos of small keeps that you can check out. I don't really have anything specifically that comes to mind, though. That I can suggest to you, unfortunately, but I mean, I definitely do have lots of videos on keeps and things. Okay, so this is going to be fun. You know, what am I doing? Oh, I see what I was going to do. This is going to be great. You know what? I'm just going to do it the whole way. I'm just going to do it the whole way. And then whatever else happens, happens. Alright, and we'll finish that later on. What? Did I screw that up? I didn't screw that up. Okay, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. What happened here? Please don't tell me it's the same for this over here. Okay, for this over here, I don't think it's going to matter one way or the other. Okay, so that's fine. This is a problem. Let's just see really quick what we have here. Okay, so we have proper measurement for that. I'm not bringing that in a block. If you want a small and simple keep, check out this crying series. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is really bothering me right now. What happened? What happened here? I could have swore I had measurements correct. I have that measurement correct. But something screwed up here. You can turn the fog and rain spots off in the settings to fix visibility and the rain silver shaders. Only thing I have skylighting. We'll be okay. I'll be alright. I am just really bugged about this right now. Alright, so I am going to actually go up here really quick and see what is going on. Did I overstep at all? No, I did not overstep. Let's see, I did one extra there. What did I do over here? Crap. I did one extra there as well, so that is correct. It's correct on the outside, but it's not correct on the inside. Oh, jeebus, jeebus, jeebus. Oh, and thank you. Happy New Year's to you as well, Tobiah. Official Fidget, how you doing? I'm not quite sure how I want to fix that. Let's just fly back in. I gotta find a nice little spot to, well, you know what? I ain't got time for that. Why did this screw up? Why did this screw up? Always great to see you in action. Tightwad the Mage, it's great to see you. I appreciate that. Just been, I'm really bugged right now. Super, super bugged by this. This is really rubbing me the wrong way right now. No, that's correct too. I have no clue how this happened. I have no clue how this happened. This doesn't make any sense to me. 3, 3. How did that end up there? Uh, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. How did I screw this up? The chapel needs to have that space. And I can't move that. And I can't move that either. It's a set design. There's only one solution that I can do. And that is do this. Which I guess isn't the worst thing. I mean, it adds a little bit of variation. Maybe. I gotta do that. That's the only thing I can do. I have to do it this way. Oh well. It happens. I'm just gonna have to figure something out for the inside of the chapel now. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. But yeah, who came? When I can't figure out, I just make it work and go on. Yeah, that's what I'm deciding to do. I was wondering if I could make it work or fix it somehow, but yeah, I just don't see it happening. I don't see any way of making that work, so you just gotta make do with the situation and keep going. Make do and keep going. My mother-in-law just canceled her New Year's get-together. She's being... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know sometimes anxiety gets the better of us. I don't know if that's the situation, but you know, typically if you end up canceling a party, maybe she got really anxious about it or something. Maybe she didn't want to cook all the meal or whatever. Sometimes anxiety gets the better of us. It happens. I hope that everything is okay, though, for you guys. Happy New Year, Spry Mazzy. I hope you're having a fantastic day. hope to see many more streams in 2019. I hope to continue streaming in 2019. What time is it? 6:08 for me. So I think I'll stream for another half an hour or so. Well, I think I'm going to goal this. I'm going to just build the shells of these towers so that we have a good interior, like, you know, we figure out the interior of this, and then I think I'm going to call it a stream. I think we have done a good amount of work today. We've finished the shell of Faerchester, so I would say that that is probably enough. I am now in 2090. Bob Ross approach here, no mistakes, only happy accidents. That's right, that's right. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll be able to utilize that little inconsistency somehow in a really interesting way. I mean, you never know. I'm sure I'll come up with something when the time comes. Honestly, I do, I mean, the castle like this, where there's a lot of symmetricality, stuff like that can be almost a relief, having some inconsistencies in there to make it just more interesting, you know? Hey, it's not raining anymore. I can turn my shaders on again. I love silver shaders. Bro, I'm from the future. Happy New Year from Spain. Nocturne Soul. Happy New Year's to you as well. But yeah, it's so true, Skolage. Bob Ross. Happy little accidents. I gotta remember that. It's happy accidents. That's it. That is what we are doing here. Alright. So we got those two towers done. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one right quick. Let's see, I still got a good bit of dirt left. Is it only British that's 1 hour behind the rest of the Western Europe, Europe-wise? Oh, I have no clue. Happy New Year from Germany. Kind of hard to hear you right now. Is it hard to hear me? Really? Hello. I'm sorry. Is it the music that's a little bit too loud, or is it just my voice is too quiet? The reason why, I think I have a suppression on my mic, and the reason because of that is my mic is super sensitive. I forget when I set it up, like something was with it that I set up a noise suppression. I could maybe try boosting it or something, and maybe you guys would be able to hear me better, but then you'd be able to hear like the drop of a pin in the next room. And especially if Andrew is crying in the next room, you guys are going to be complaining more about that than not hearing me. At those times, you'll definitely be wishing you weren't hearing me. Probably you'll just turn the stream off. My mother-in-law, she's trying to blame my wife when the real reason is that she's just bipolar and self-centered. Yeah, well, bipolar disorders, that can be a real tough nut to crack. I mean, I can. That does not sound like a good situation. I'm sorry that you got to go through that, tightwad. In any case, I hope that you and your wife have a fantastic New Year's. For example, my wife and I, we're just staying home for New Year's. We're very recluse people. Not recluse, but just we like to relax, especially having a newborn and all. Okay, anyways, let me go ahead and bump here really quick and then build this up real fast. It's just so exciting to finally see this taking shape. Like, I've had this dream for this castle for a while now, and it's like a, yeah, it's just really coming along. I don't know how else to say it. I'm gonna have to come back through all these walls, and I'm gonna use the cobble water technique in order to fill them up. Drinking Mountain Dew. I wish I had a can of Mountain Dew right now. That'd be nice. I used to be a big Mountain Dew drinker, but that's since stopped. Yeah, I got a little bit of time to build before having to leave for the night. That's nice there, Rex. It's always nice to have a little bit of time before being forced for family activities. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, it's nice. But yeah, a lot more creating coming up in 2019. Am I right, Rex? Got to get a lot done. Got a lot to get done. You got a city. I got a castle and whatever else. Oh no, I'm serious. What? I'm out of dirt. No. Oh well. But yeah, I got to get done a lot of stuff. We'll hopefully be done in 2019. Yes, that would be nice. Also, you're going to be going in between your different projects. You're going to be doing that Evil Land. I'm sure you'll probably be doing some community projects as well in the future with your community there on your server, and that'll take you some time from you. But still, all in all, to add to just a really great new year. Am I right? That's what it's about. Having a great new year. For example, I plan on having a great year. Now with what I've been doing here, you guys should be able to start seeing a better idea of the space inside of this castle. Obviously, there's a lot more space in these towers, but now you can really see the interior space, like inside the main structure of the castle. Okay, please, someone sleep. Please, sleep. I like to see. Looks like nobody wants to sleep. Poor me. Hey, look, somebody's sleeping. Yay. Can you fly over the castle before you end the stream? Yeah, I'm going to go into actually spectator mode and give you guys a real good idea of the castle. I feel that it's a completely reasonable thing for a content creator to go in spectator and survival to show off what they've been doing. I don't see any reason to have a problem with that. But yeah, we'll do some spectator flying around so we can get some still shots so you guys can just breathe it in, you know? When I was in the Marine Corps, I worked for pizza, but right outside the base's main gate, I delivered pizzas and used to drink 2 to 4 Monster energy drinks a night. What? Man, I can't stand the taste of Monsters. Red Bull, I can do Red Bull, but I can barely even do Red Bull. Red Bull is great, but I can only literally have like one of their small cans and be done. I've been heavy into coffee. Now, the way I imagine it though, you probably don't like coffee. Am I right there, Tightwad? If you're more into energy drinks, you probably don't like coffee. Used to drink battery. Oh my gosh. Just drink, you know, the acid from a battery. Oh, look at that. I got some energy now. I'm not on Darwin, Sky Boys. I'm actually on a private server, a whitelisted server. It's called Conquest of Vanilla. I'm here with my fellow Dukonians. We're a smaller server, but we build together as we're trying to build an aesthetically pleasing world. You know, building together and such. Happy New Year. No. You guys got that energy drink in the US too, right? I haven't. Maybe I've heard of battery. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not very learned in energy drinks. I'll be completely honest. I haven't really looked on the shelves. I mean, the big ones here are Monster, Rockstar, and 5 Hour Energy. Monster, Rockstar, and 5 Hour Energy. Those are the 3 big ones that I know of. If you never think 3 to 4 rippets in one setting, you're never feared death. You're never feared death. Oh my gosh. Now I have had a Rockstar, like there's some super crazy caffeinated Rockstar, and I've had one of those, and like my hand was shaking terribly after that experience. So I've definitely had my bouts of caffeine. But yeah. Caffeine, I gotta have it, especially with the job I have, and I've been spending a lot of late nights up, actually doing stuff like this, you know, building with you guys, and you know, when I should be going to bed because I got work the next day, but no, here I am, building on Dukonia's Rising. But anyways, oh man, I got today, the rest of today and tomorrow, and then it's back to work for me. In your previous videos where you showcase the world of the Conquest of Vanilla, you spoke about more people joining, but does that mean more people can join yet, or is it further down the line, 2019? We do have an application now, Alex Zeppo. So if you're interested in filling out an application, go ahead and PM me on either Discord or here on Twitch, and then I can hand you that application. Now, we do have a very strict application process, especially for people that we don't know. Like, if nobody on the server actually knows you, then it's going to be a much harder process for you to join, because we got to be really careful with randoms on the server because of, I'm sure you can understand, just, you know, trust issues could arise. We just, yeah, trust is a huge thing. We just got to make sure that we trust who we're bringing on. Rule number 1, no X-Raven builders. Actually, no, we do have some Raven builders. We got Kurgan, we got Red Ranger, Genova, I mean, if you were interested, but I doubt you are. Flesh out the layout. But yeah, we do have Raven builders with us as Dukonians. Let me go through the Dukonians list, actually, and maybe this will enlighten ye. Let me see. Raven builders. I think, yeah, Chiller Cookie, I think he was Ravened. Django was Ravened. Kalagath was Ravened. Kurgan, Loudum. Mesophila, no, she was Darwin. I don't think she was on Ravened. Red Ranger, obviously. Tigerbred, Von Tool. And we got a lot of X-Ravenders on the Dukonians. I've been busy for a while. Hey, man, I completely understand. No need to explain that to me. Alright, get that over there, and boopity boop. I'm gonna make a few holes through these walls eventually. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the night, I think, just enjoying the evening with my wife after I stream. And I'm trying to think of what movie I want to watch. Hope she's up for a movie. Just want to watch a movie with her and relax. These are going to be some thick walls, I gotta tell you. Thickety, thickety, thick. Oh, wait. Uh-huh. Okay, so that's my mistake. These need to be... Or... Oh, look at that. Okay, so that it is placed correctly. Okay, alright, I didn't realize. Yeah, that needs to be there. So that's gonna be thickety, thickety, thickety walls right there. Robin started hitting the gym and working at McDonald's. Hitting the gym and working at... Why do they not work? What? Whatever happened to the Raven server? It closed down. Yeah, and that's what Genova said. Started working. Like, Raven started hitting the gym and working at McDonald's. See, some, like, statements just, they don't work. Like, they just the grammar, the verbs, and the nouns, and a sentence, like, they don't work together. And that's one of those sentences. I only talk to Raven when I'm... Oh, gosh. No, that's the same thing Fish told me. I didn't know that was McDonald's died. I knew he was really hardcore into working out, though. You know, which is good. I mean, I can personally attest to that. I know you feel really good from being, you know, really into working out. I just wish I had the motivation to do that. But, you know, would you guys rather I be here with you guys streaming and building, getting progress done on Faerchester, or would you prefer that I work out for, you know, 2 hours or, you know, 3 hours a day? It's either that, you know, it's either me working out or me doing this. And I prefer doing my hobby, which is this. This is my hobby. For all of those that are wondering what my hobby is. Strap a computer into a treadmill, 2 jobs at once. Workout is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, workout is great. Great stuff. I've done it. I've been there for quite a while, but it takes so long. I mean, just like this takes for so long, you know, so long. I gotta choose either that or this. I gotta choose that or, you know, obviously my family is always going to be factored in there somewhere. And so I gotta factor in my family. And then my off time, I gotta factor in something. And so my off time, I choose this. And obviously I could, you know, I could not factor in working out with what I'm doing here. There's really no way. I wouldn't get anything done. Like literally I would just be coming on and doing nothing. Just running around and maybe place 10 blocks and then having to go. Well, I have all that, Genova. I have a full gym downstairs. It just takes a long time because if I'm gonna get into working out, I'm not going to just, you know, lift 5 dumbbells, you know, do 2 sets and be done with it. I'm going to spend 2 to 3 hours down there doing a full workout because it's really not worth working out unless if you get a full workout in. Otherwise, your muscles aren't going to tear and you're not going to make any growth. It's just I gotta choose to do that. And I haven't chosen to do that, so. You don't need to do so long. 1 to 2 hours are okay. Yeah, 1 to 2 hours, but still, that's a lot of time, especially when I wake up for work, I go to work, I come home at about 4:30. So I have literally between 4:30 and my optimal bedtime is between 9 and 10. So I got 6 hours, and usually about two hours of that is with my family. So I have to balance. Straight out of the box. Nice. Do it in secret while your life's... Well, you see, Genova, there's this thing called sleep that I really like too. It's the best. It's when I actually lay my head down and I close my eyes and I put my head on a really nice pillow and get it snuggled up on these really warm covers, and it's just so great. And I would hate to replace that just wonderful time, that wonderful, like, all 4 to 5 hours of time working out. That would just be, no. No, thank you. I will definitely choose sleep. Yeah, we don't have that in Norway. American. All right. Well, there we go. We got ourselves a reasonable looking castle layout now. All right, so let's go ahead and do some spectator. Game mode, spectator. And let's see what Faerchester looks like. Now, obviously, in spectator mode, this looks like absolute crap. I mean, I look at this and I'm just like, whatever. The only place that it's meant to look good is in survival mode right now. I mean, this looks good in spectator. I mean, going around, like, this is the quality of what Faerchester, the whole castle, is going to look like at some point. But the idea is that the castle itself dwarfs the Barbican. So you walk through here, and then you look up, and then bam, that's what you get. You walk in through here, through multiple stages of defense, and into the courtyard. I appreciate the shape. But yeah, the overall shape, let's go ahead and see from up above. Well, I guess you can't really see it anymore, the shape at least. But you'll see you got these 4 distinct platforms on the outside. Those are all going to be little gardens and such. They're the curtain walls. I'll be building a Barbican out here soon. And then the only way to get to these platforms is through access to this Barbican. It's me, Tarago. Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Great to see ya, Tarago, my man. But yeah, almost there. Few more streams, and I'm sure we'll have a nice and solid shape here for the castle. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, that's fine. A little bummed about that chapel still, but oh well. Now on stream, that's some massive progress. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of progress. I've been using a lot of brick, and I still have 4 double. This was 4 double chests of brick that I've used just on these walls here. Now a lot of this is dirt for the inside, and I'll be using probably all of my dirt for the inside as I fill up the interior. But super happy with the progress. How did you fill all the water? Check out my, not last episode, but the episode before that, Lot of Life. I show how I filled it all in. Me and Aquotis and this Thomas filled it in. Oh, that's going to look great. That is intimidating. Love it. In the classical, in the town of Trains, a boy riding a dolphin became a huge tourist attraction. The classical. Build PUBG snow map, please. Goodness. But anyways, yeah, that's about it, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. It's going to checky. Let's go give Rex some love. He's over there in need of some love on this beautiful new year that we have coming up. He and I are in the same time zone, so we're still New Year's. Crap. But anyways, let's go raid. I like to get wrecked. Show him some love, guys. We're going to make sure he feels the Red Clan raiding spirit. So I want everyone putting fist bumps in his chat, saying hashtag Red Clan raid. Let's show this guy the Red Legion, the power of the Red Legion. So you guys all have a great night, and let's go hashtag Red Clan raid in Rex chat. See you guys. Actually, it's not set yet. Give me 1 second. Setting up the raid. Setting it up. Get ready, guys. Get ready. I want all hands on deck for this, and go.